Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, what is up? I don't know why I keep grunting like that. Isn't that gross? Isn't that gross? I don't know, man. Give me 2 seconds, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. There, now the music is perfectly leveled. How's everyone doing tonight? How's it going? How's it going? Welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel, where we talk Scream, Saw, horror in general, and a bunch of other crazy shit. Welcome, everybody. Welcome on in. What's up, Dylan? How's it going? Yo, yo, yo. VKD, thanks for being here, my friend. Thanks for being a Killjoy cult member, too. Heck yeah. Welcome. Trey is with us tonight as well. Trey, the legendary gamer. Hi. Love the profile picture, my dude. I dig it. Oh my God, it's fucking sick. A little piece of bread with a headset. That's how I feel sometimes, like a piece of bread with a headset. Matt M is saying, watching from work, saying excited for the new one, but honestly, I feel like it'll have some of the worst moments and best moments from the franchise. Oh God, like great chases and kills, maybe bad reveals. Oh, I hope not. I hope not, Matt, but you never know. You never know, man. That's why we gotta keep the hope alive. We gotta get excited about 7 and keep our fingers crossed that these creatives know what they're doing. Fingers crossed, baby. Give us another Scream 5 reveal. That's what I want, more than anything. Wrestling God is with us, once again pitching another Stu theory. I appreciate you, Wrestling God, but I just don't want to see it, my friend. I'm glad you do, though. I'm glad you do. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you. Tyrese? There's an A in there. I'm getting confused. What's up, my friend? Mr. or Mrs. Daniels? Matthew Lillard, yes! Oh, love me some fucking Matthew Lillard. So excited to see him in a brand new horror movie coming out at the end of October, Five Nights at Freddy's, playing the villain. So for all of y'all who want to see Stu come back, well, you might not want to miss out on Five Nights at Freddy's. My man's gonna be crazy. Oh, I'm excited for it. Olaf the Snowman, what's up, my dude? What's up? What's good? Everything is good in my life, Olaf. How are you, my friend? Welcome on in. You should watch the Life movies, says Gunner. A New Life, A Valley Life, and a Police... Are these real movies? Are they all called this? This is very interesting. Must be some deep cuts there, Gunner. I dig it. Welcome on in, my friend. Karma is with us. What's up? How's it going? Thanks for saying hi. Appreciate you. Mukunda Gandhi. What's up, dog? How's it going? Welcome in. Appreciate you. RJ is saying, I've been thinking about a script where Ghostface is locked in a spirit Halloween with victims. That would be a fun location. Oh, that would actually be a lot of fun. Very fitting, you know? I mean, like, horror fans love Scream, I would say, for the most part. So there you go. That would be kind of fun. Have them locked in a very familiar location like that. I could get into that. That'd be a really fun location for a chase scene, especially. Mr. Rick is throwing $2 out, throwing a little super sticker out there. I really appreciate that. I eat stickers. I just lick all the glue off of them. It's fucking awesome. Kids, don't do that at home. It's a little guy. He's dancing back and forth. Ugh. With his pelvis like that. That's just what he's doing. I don't know what to tell you. And it says, cool. Mr. Rick, I'm so glad you're humping the air for us right now. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for the $2. Austin Daniels is here too, saying, watch Totally Killer last night. How can Blumhouse drop a horrible movie and a great movie on the same day? I enjoyed Totally Killer. I keep trying to make a review of it, and I just keep running out of time. I just cannot find time to edit this thing. But I enjoyed it. I want to say I enjoyed it. I wasn't crazy about Totally Killer, but I liked it. It was fun. Why are my messages not updating? Oh, geez. I don't know what's going on. I got a super chat and I can't even scroll down, ladies and gentlemen. Little technical difficulties on my end. I'm so sorry. Let's see what's going on. Maybe if I refresh the page, will I just like exit out of this? What'll happen? Sorry, everybody. I can't scroll down. I don't know what's going on. I can get down to Marcus here. Hey, Marcus. How's it going? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you. Karma, this is the last chat that I can click on. This is no good. Saying I want to see Jamie Campbell Bowers in Scream 7. Karma, that would actually be fucking sick. He would be a great Ghostface. He's a great Vecna, so why not have him as Ghostface? Would it be too obvious of a reveal, though, since he plays a villain in something else? Or am I just overthinking things? Probably. I don't know what's going on, everybody. Here, let me give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna just quickly go on pause for like 2 seconds, and then we're gonna see if I can come back in and refresh this. So give me 2 seconds. All right, I'm back. And now I have... And now I have no chats. I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, everybody. Well, I'm so sorry I won't be able to put your stuff up on the screen tonight because StreamYard is just freaking out on me for some reason. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very weird shit tonight. I don't know what the heck's going on. Damn. All right, well, let's talk about some of these super chats. So Olaf the Snowman is throwing $5 out there. I really appreciate you, my friend. Saying, Stu lives, Hoffman lives, no one will change my mind. Oh, all right, hell yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate it. I will say stay open-minded, though, my friend. You know, I mean, some good things can come from having a deviation from what you believe. And I think that's kind of cool. So what I will say, though, Hoffman being alive, I'm all about that. I think that would be so cool. Yes, and yes to that. Especially because last time we saw him, he was still alive. Just placed in a situation where he may or may not die. We never got a definitive death with this character, so I'm down for it, Olaf the Snowman. I'm down. I want to see another Saw movie that goes past the events of 3D as well. I mean, we kind of got that with Spiral, but I'm excited to see if they bring back these characters for something that happens beyond those events in the actual storyline that we know and love. I do like Spiral, though. It's fun. I just rewatched it again, and honestly, I like it even better on rewatch. It's been a little while since I've seen it. I really like it. The third act really falls apart, but besides that, I love it. I don't know. Really good stuff. Olaf, thank you so much for the $5, my friend. I do really appreciate you. Mr. Rick has also gifted a Killjoy Jake membership to Austin Daniels. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the support, dude. Thank you. All right, what else are we thinking about? Everything. Mick Gucci is saying, is Scream/Ghostface your favorite? Scream is one of... Sorry, everybody. I'm just moving all my shit around because I don't know what's going on. If you're just coming in, we're having a little technical difficulties, but it's all good. We're chilling and killing. Moving everything around so I can still see what's going on. So, yes, let's get back to this. Mick Gucci is saying, is Scream/Ghostface your favorite? It is absolutely one of my favorite horror franchises, without a doubt. I think what's so great about Scream is the consistency between all 6 of the movies. I think all of them are pretty damn solid. I mean, it's like, I don't know, 3 is a low point in my opinion. I'm not crazy about it. It's probably the one I watch the least, but I do really enjoy a lot of these movies. They're so much fun. I love a good murder mystery, you know, and Scream is kind of like the best place to get that as a horror fan, I think. Some of these reveals are just really well done, especially like 1, 4, and 5, I think are just so like mind-blowingly what the fuck. So I don't know. For me, I love that about this franchise. It's a big draw to it. It's got some of the best characters in horror history as well. Even if the kills are a little more lackluster, nothing really to write home about. I still love a lot about Scream and Ghostface. And I love the idea of someone is behind the mask every single time, but it's always the same costume too. You can't get that with Halloween. You can't get that with Friday, Nightmare, any of these other big slashers. Like, that's something that's such a big draw to Scream, in my opinion, that none of these other franchises have. Harold Burns is saying, you're the GOAT, man. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're the GOAT, Harold. Thanks for being here, dog. Sarah Campbell is with us too, saying happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Canadians in the chat. Is it Thanksgiving in Canada? Oh, I didn't even know that. Very good stuff, Sarah. I appreciate you for being here. Hell yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, Canada friends. We got a little while to go before us Americans are there, but very exciting stuff. Jason is asking if I got my copy of the Scream 3 Steelbook. I thought I ordered it like 3 months ago, and I just never actually hit like the buy button. So I have not bought it yet, and I have not stopped working since like a week ago. Unfortunately, I didn't have a weekend, just was busy working on stuff. Speaking of which, I gotta post my Totally Killer reveal or review at some point. I promise it's coming, but Jake's busy. I did not get a copy of it, but I have seen some like differences between like the DVD scan. Excuse me. Some differences between like the DVD scan and the 4K scan. It looks gorgeous. Like the differences look fucking amazing to me. I'm very excited to get this and check it out though. So I'm still working on that, Jason, but I'll get there. Get there soon. Got to get all my steelbooks in a row. I need a Scream 4 steelbook too. They better come up with that next year, or old Jake's gonna be sad. I want steelbooks for all these movies. That'd be sick. Mr. Rick has just thrown $10 out there. Thank you so much, Mr. Rick. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Saying in Scream 7 there should be no Stu, but have Matthew Lillard in it somehow, and have Trilogy 1 and Trilogy 2 come full circle, including 4 in the middle. Oh, this could be really cool. I'm very much so down for Matthew Lillard coming into the franchise as a different character, which wouldn't be that hard to do. I mean, he looks totally different now than he did in 1996. He's like a man now instead of like the young looking kid he was back then. So I don't see this being too like weird or out of place. So many people want him to be in the franchise, but like the writers have made it very clear to us with Scream 6, like that's just an impossibility to bring him back. So I don't know. To me, I'm hoping that if they are to bring Matthew Lillard back in a role that's like more than just like a cameo appearance, like in Scream 5, they should do something like this, like have him come back as a professor or something. And then he could even be part of the mystery again, which would be so cool. I don't know. I think that would be a lot of fun, personally, if they were to do something like that. What is going on with StreamYard? Okay. I'm getting a lot of weird things now. Oh, shit. Sorry, everybody. Don't know what's going on, man. But yes, I'm so down. I'm very down for that. That would be cool. I just, bringing him back is, I just think that's crazy, man. I don't know. That would go against everything that makes Scream good, in my opinion. Like, to bring back a dead killer like that. So, I just don't see how that could possibly work, how that could possibly be a satisfying reveal to fans. But a lot of people disagree. A lot of people say that would be fucking awesome. I don't see it personally. It breaks basically every rule of, in my opinion, of what's cool about Scream and how it's like a murder mystery every time there's a new person under the mask. It would just make it a Friday the 13th or a Halloween, but maybe even worse if they were just to bring back an old killer, just because it's a fan favorite too. Like that's relying on nostalgia. You know what I mean? That all that is. You're not trying to do anything new or special. It's just you're just bringing back a fan favorite character. I love Stu. He's my favorite Ghostface, but bringing him back would make no sense and would be really disappointing to me personally as a fan. But I love Matthew Lillard. If they could write him in as a brand new character, I'd be totally down. That would be fun. Just bringing Stu back, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. I can't get into it. But Mr. Rick, thank you for the $10, my friend. I'm so sorry I can't put you up on screen. Something's going on with my little StreamYard over here, but I do really appreciate you and your support, man. Thank you. Apollo Balboa 1985 is saying, are the Christmas rumors true? Well, you kind of just answered your own question, my friend. Rumors. All rumors. Speaking of which, you might have clicked on this live stream and were like, holy shit, Jake. Jenna Ortega may or may not be alive after the events of Scream 7. What's going on? Well, once again, rumors, my friend. Some rumors are going around right now that Jenna Ortega is going to have a very packed schedule. This is... I think anybody with eyes could just make up this rumor, in my opinion, because she's so busy and like the most popular thing in Hollywood right now. So yeah, I mean, I could see speculating that, but some people are out here saying that it's truth. Look, man, I don't know. What I will say is there's a lot of rumors going around right now. Rumors. And when something is 100% confirmed, your boy will be posting about it and say, this is good. Heck yeah. But there's a lot of sources right now that I'm seeing that are doing the same thing we've gotten with Scream 5 and 6, where they're just posting stuff and being like, oh, we have a reliable source, but then they never list who it is. And I'm just really annoyed by that, man. I'm just like, guys, come on. Like, we can't be saying that rumors are true. Don't be doing that for clicks. Like, that's just, you lose all credibility when you do that. You get one post that does really well, and then no one trusts you, and people get annoyed by that. So please don't do that. Please don't do that if you're someone who makes content on Scream and all that. There's a lot of fans out here that are very excited about a new movie and they want real updates. So you can talk about rumors all you want. I do it all the time, but I say rumor or I say take it with a grain of salt because this isn't something that's actually going on. So Jenna Ortega, will she have a limited role in Scream 7? Maybe. It makes sense. Honestly, that is something I'm kind of speculating too, that maybe she'll actually die in the opening scene, which would be a fun callback to 5, I think. But is it confirmed? No. No, it is not. So keep that all in mind, my friend. Lots of rumors going on right now because, you know, the writer's strike just ended. The SAG strike is still going on. Soon it won't be, I'm sure. But all speculation. All speculation and rumors until they really get into the nitty-gritty of getting shit done. So nothing's confirmed right now, and I'm not going to make a video on the Jenna Ortega stuff. Even though, listen, I'll just be completely real with you guys. Full transparency. If I made a video on that, it would probably get like 2,000-3,000 views, which would be great for old Jake, but I don't see a point in talking about it. Like, this is all things I've already talked about, and it's just people making up rumors, and it's trending now. So I'm just not gonna make a video on it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a Saw ranking instead tomorrow, which will be fun. I think gonna rank all 10 of the Saw movies. I finally got through them, man. Those are so much fun to watch. But 10 movies, you know, it's a lot of movies. Damn. So I'm gonna do that instead. Maybe I get less views, but means more to me holding up integrity than just getting a bunch of clicks on one thing. Jason Carpenter has been a member for 8 months. Thank you so much, Jason. Really appreciate that support. Saying Scream 4 is the last one that needs a steelbook. Yes, it is. There's a Blu-ray steelbook, which I want to get, but like, what's the point? They're probably going to do a 4K steelbook at some point. Maybe probably next year. Let's be real. Especially if a new movie comes out next year, like we got the Scream 3 steelbook right now, then let's say Scream 7 comes out at the tail end of next year, maybe even the beginning of 2025. There you go. The Scream hype is still real at that point. So yes, Jason, I am so hyped for that. It's going to be awesome. Got to get the 3 steelbook. Which I don't love the Scream 3 steelbook. There's 2 3s. Why is there 2 3s on the cover? It doesn't make sense. But I still want it because I want a 4K of Scream 3. I've only ever watched it on DVD, and the DVD looks like garbage, man. It just does not look good in my opinion. So I'm really hyped to see this new like restored version. Like I said, I said this earlier, but seen like 2 copies of it where it's like the oversaturated like DVD look versus like the much more toned down 4K restoration. It's like so much more clearer. I love what they did with it. Very excited to watch it. I cannot wait, dude. Thank you for being a member for 8 months, Jason Carpenter. I really appreciate you. Once again, sorry I can't put you up on screen. But StreamYard's just like, screw you, Jake. Screw you, Killjoy Jake. You silly little butthole. God. Anyways, Michael Mins is saying, Jake, my good pal Pete, says Scream 3 is his favorite. I need to know more about Pete. I hope he's doing good. I love him already from his name alone. He is the only person I have heard this from anyone. Thoughts? Scream 7 lets kill a lot more than ever. Haha. Yes. I have heard many people say that Scream 3 is their favorite. And like my take on that is I think some people value the goofiness of Scream 3 more. Because it's like definitely the silliest of all of the movies. Like without a doubt. Like I'm actively cracking up about the most stuff with Scream 3. So I see why people would say that this is their favorite. It's very different from the rest of the films. You know, I think that's kind of the big thing. Whenever you have that in a franchise, something that stands out so much from any of the other entries, which Scream 3 is definitely number 1 in that case, as far as like standing out from other entries. It's almost to the point where it's not even a part of this franchise. I would say that is going to actively make that a small section of the fan base's like favorite just for that reason, because it is so different. Not all of it works for me because like the horror is basically turned down to 0 in that film. Like I don't really find anything super scary about it, but the thing that does, like, I find it really funny and I love that element to it. But my problem with the film is that they try to do this like much more goofier Scream thing, but they also have one of the hardest hitting messages of the entire franchise that is just completely watered down by its like overly goofy tone, which I just think clashes with this like super dark subject matter that they're trying to comment on. So it just really doesn't work for me for that reason. It's the only Scream sequel that I'm just like not really crazy about. I think it could have been good if it either like took the super serious route or just lost the commentary and just made it something like really goofy, basically a scary movie, which I would have been fine with, honestly. Like I don't know. I just think if they would have picked one side or the other, I would have a little more love for it. But it's too much of both. It's 2 extremes of the Scream franchise, just gone to the absolute 110% on both sides. Like the commentary is so hard hitting, but the goofiness to it is also at an 11. So I just don't think it works. I think if they would have just picked one lane or the other, it would have been badass. But you know, it had a rush production. It had a lot of weird things going on behind the scenes. I still get why people like it though. Like it's not like what? Oh man, this is weird. No, I get why people like Scream 3. I get it. It's a fun movie. I think if you're just watching it for the silliness and the goofiness, yeah, like I get it. But for me, it's trying to do much more than just that. And if it was just like a more simple, like, oh, this is just a goofy Hollywood Scream movie, I could get into it. But I think it's trying to be more than that, and it doesn't execute all of those other things all that well, in my opinion. Hollywood Guys throwing $5 out there as well. Thank you so much, my friend. I really, really, really appreciate your support. Thank you. Saying, I have lots of speculation on who is coming back and who is not, but what is your theories and or speculation on the new movie? So my big thoughts on Scream 7 are I'm really in this place where I'm just kind of concerned about the film because, like, once again, we have a brand new like director on board. I'm in kind of the same mind space that I was before Scream 5, where I'm like, I'm excited for this because this is a director I'm a fan of. In both cases, it was someone I'm a big fan of. Like Radio Silence, love them. I love a lot of their earlier work before the Scream films. Like Ready or Not's probably the biggest one, of course. But I also love Southbound. Southbound is so good, and nobody talks about that. Like no one talks about Southbound. Oh, it's so good. If you guys haven't seen Radio Silence's weird ass anthology movie Southbound, check it out. It's fantastic. I love it. Some of the best like digital effects I've ever seen in a horror movie too, which so many of them, so many horror movies that rely on digital effects are bad, but Southbound is the exception in my opinion. I highly recommend it. It's great visual effects, great kills, great and weird stories throughout. It's a really fun one. I'm trying to think, my point with Christopher Landon though, is I'm excited, but I'm always going to be a little nervous when a new director helms a Scream film. Because these are hard movies to get right. Like going back to my Scream 3 commentary, I think Scream 3 could have worked. It could have been one of the best of the franchise if they had just done certain things with the tone in a certain way. Like just twisted a few knobs one way or the other, you know? It could have worked. But they went too far. They just tried to mishmash like two movies into one is kind of how I feel about Scream 3. So that's what I'm worried about in regards to Scream 7. We have a lot of creatives on board with this one. So I'm so worried it's going to feel like two movies just trying to be pushed into one. Like, especially because we have Guy Busick and James Vanderbilt writing this one. And apparently there's also two other writers. Rumors. But the reason I'm a little more like akin to talking about that one and talking about it like it is something that's happening is because Christopher Landon has said in an interview that he like always has kind of a hand in the writing of all the movies he directs. So I'm like, okay, I could see him maybe like Michael Kennedy from Freaky potentially all being writers on this, but these are four very different writers with very different ideals for the kinds of movies they make. I just worry there's too many cooks I'm worried there's too many cooks in the kitchen right now based on the actual facts, not the rumors. Like I'm not really considering a lot of the rumors besides that one because I feel like there's actually something to back it up. So I'm very scared. I'm very scared about all the people who are potentially writing this movie. That usually doesn't end up with a good product when you have like four writers on something. Exorcist Believer had like four writers. And we all know how that movie ended up. So I'm scared. I'm very scared, but maybe it'll be good. Who knows? Blucka is saying, what's up, Blucka? How you doing? Saying, didn't the writer's strike force minimum numbers of writers per project to 6 on anything over 90 minutes? Minimum number of writers per project to 6? I have not heard about this. God damn, if that's true, that's insane. I can't imagine that's true. The writer's strike forced minimum number of writers per project to 6 on anything over 90 minutes. I just can't see that being true, Blucka. I don't know what. You got to give me a source on that. That's crazy. I have not heard that. I've heard otherwise positive things about the writer's strike and how it's all wrapping up. And their policy on AIs, I'm still trying to figure out. But I have not heard that about 6 writers on anything. That's insane. I don't know about that, man. That's wild. Yeah, I don't know. I really think Scream 7 would benefit from just 1 or 2 writers, like how the last couple of movies have had. Just don't overcomplicate things, you know? I mean, I've seen so many third entries to requel trilogies just suffer because too many cooks end up hanging out and like putting their own ideas in there, and then it all gets messy. Like, that's why Scream 3 doesn't work for me. There's too many ideas. If they had focused on one thing or the other, it would have been a better movie. Like, if it was a serious Scream film, much more akin to like 1 or maybe like 5 or 6 too, then Scream 3 could have been like super focused on the commentary about like Harvey Weinstein that's like very clearly there. But like I said, it's just mixed with this goofy tone, and I just don't like that. I'm just not a fan of mixing this like super serious, like crazy allegations with like super goofy tone. Like, it just feels distasteful in my opinion with a lot of Scream 3. So I think if they would have just focused on one or the other, it would have worked. And I that's what I'm feeling is going to happen with Scream 7, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm dead wrong. I hope it's fucking awesome, but I don't know. Ugh. God, I'm scared. What else do we got? Mike42 is saying you can do the math on Jenna's schedule. She won't be free until at least April or May of 2024 after Wednesday, etc. So it just depends on when they actually film Scream 7. Yes, you know, that's the other big thing too. We don't have any confirmation on filming schedule. Like, we have a lot of people jumping the gun and just saying like, this is what's going to happen. I don't care if I don't have a source or anything. That's what I'm bugged by. You know, that's my big thing. It's like, yeah, Jenna's super busy, but like, she would have time to film an entire movie at some point next year. Scream 7 doesn't have a set release date either. That's the thing. There's rumors that the studio wants it to come out in October of next year, but these are rumors. You know, the studio isn't actively saying that or announcing anything yet. We don't have a release date. We don't have a filming schedule. We don't even have confirmation that there's a entire script done yet, even though there is a rumor that says that there's a done script. So like, I'm telling you guys, like, listen, we can get excited about rumors and we can talk and throw things back and forth, but so many people are just saying like, oh man, this is gonna be one thing or the other, and that makes me kind of sad. That makes me kind of sad that we're already speculating on that. From the very few things that are confirmed, I have a picture of it, but I'm just not considering a lot of these rumors until we actually have some hard hitting facts. Then it's like, okay, well now we can kind of get an idea of what it's going to be, what it's going to look like. Like, if let's say it only has one writer. You know, what if this movie only ends up having one writer? Well, then that rumor is true, and we just did all this talking about it, and it was for nothing. So I think for me personally, I'm excited to see what ends up happening with this movie. I really hope it's good. I'm so, fingers crossed, very scared about what's going to happen, but we'll see. Michael Chin is saying Scream 3 had a different writer from the previous films and the same director. Scream 7 will have a different director and the same writing from previous 5 and 6. As we know, Michael, that's the thing that's tough. Right now, I think that James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick are the only ones writing the script, but like I said, there's a rumor that says that maybe 4 people are credited as writers on this. So that's what I'm worried about, is that it's going to be so different and too many hands in the pot and all that it might not work. But I don't know. You know, that's the only rumor that I'm really like talking about in terms of like seriousness. So I don't know. That one makes sense to me because Christopher Landon has actually said something about this, like said to the degree of like, oh, I always have a hand in a lot of my scripts. So he said that in an interview recently. I can buy that, but I'm not sure. Jake's scared. Jake's very scared about Scream 7. I'm in the same boat as like where I was before Scream 5. I'm like, I'm scared, but I have faith in these people. Like, these are great creatives that I love, but I'm scared. Wayne is saying, love the t-shirt. Jake, thank you so much. You can get them at the Killjoy Jake store if you want, as Sarah is saying. Yes, if you go to my page, you hit the store tab, go check it out. You can get yourself a Directed by Wes Carpenter shirt. There's also a pairing shirt too, which I don't know if anyone has actually bought, but I want to get one of these though, because I think it's really cool. Do I have that picture somewhere? I don't know if I do or not, but oh, here we go. Look at this. Written by John Craven. So you can get the Directed by Wes Carpenter, written by John Craven. Look at that. Look at them apples. It's kind of cool. So there you go. I can put that up on screen, but I can't put any of your damn chats up here. I'm going to find someone at StreamYard and just a little bit of strangling. I'm kidding. Joking, people from StreamYard. Don't get mad at me. Oh, God. Anyways, Hollywood Guys throwing $5 out there again. Thank you so much for your support, my friend. I appreciate you. Saying, I'm glad to say that there is a new Halloween movie coming back. I just hope it's not a Corey Cunningham sequel. So once again, just talk right now. Lots of rights being shopped around and shit. It's crazy. Apparently A24 is like potentially the ones that will get the series, and they want to make a series out of it is what I'm hearing. Very similar to like what they're doing with Crystal Lake right now for Friday the 13th. I want a new movie though, if I'm being frank. I'm not crazy about horror franchises becoming TV shows because I feel like most of the time they just don't land. Every now and then they do though. The Evil Dead series, I think, is a prime example of that, where it's like, oh shit, that's awesome. But yeah, no movie is actually confirmed as of right now, which makes me sad. But a series is, rumored. That's at least what I think A24's plan will be with it, if they're going to do something similar to the Friday the 13th situation. So I don't know. I don't know. Will they do the same thing that Paramount, I think it was Paramount, had they were like in talks to do some kind of like Halloween 3 series. Will they do something similar to that? I don't know. I don't think Halloween 3 needs a continuation. I love it as a standalone, but that's all it needs. I don't think we need a remake. I don't think we need any more of that. If we do more Halloween, I'm just looking for, like, me personally, just give me another Michael movie. If that's what you want to do, if you want to continue Halloween, just give me Michael coming back to Haddonfield in the 70s. So that's not the same thing as what Halloween 2018 did. Just give me a 70s Michael Myers movie. He escapes from Smith's Grove. He's going to Haddonfield, but he comes across entirely new people. I mean, it's simple. It would be such a simple movie. You could make it for super cheap. Just have, like, some big actors in it or something. I don't know. Like, if... whatever studio does it next, like, just take the simple route with Halloween. That's my big thing. Like, don't make it so overly complicated. That's why Halloween Ends doesn't work for me. It's overcomplicated and it doesn't have to be. Just give me Michael running around killing people. If you want to do your weird Christine remake, go do that. Go do that somewhere else, but don't do that in the Halloween franchise. Like, if they make a Scream movie where Leatherface shows up with a chainsaw, that's not going to work for me. That's going to be really weird. Like, I like these things on their own, but coming together, it's like salmon and peanut butter. It just doesn't work. You can try to make salmon and peanut butter work all day, but it's not. Stop trying to make fetched a thing. Anyways, Leonardo DiCaprio throwing $20 out there. Holy shit, Leonardo. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate you. Saying, hey, broski, I have yet to buy a t-shirt. I love the rainbow logo t-shirt, though. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I got to get some new designs up there. We had some new designs over the summer, but I wanted to do something for October. Haven't had time to figure all that out. You're saying I told you I'd buy one. I'll post a picture of it, of me wearing it on top of a mountain because you love oh my God, you're going to climb a fucking mountain with my t-shirt? Oh my God, I'm honored, Leonardo DiCaprio. This is fucking awesome. You love hiking. That's fantastic. Also, the new Exorcist movie sucks. Keep it up. I'm with you on all of this, my friend. My God. Yes. Hell yes. Thank you so much. First of all, if you actually climb to the top of a mountain wearing one of my t-shirts, I will put it somewhere in my intro. I don't even care. I'll figure it out for the live streams. I want to start doing this too. I watch a bunch of other channels that do like live streams and stuff, and sometimes they'll put like pictures of like people wearing their like merch and stuff, and I'm like, I should do that. That's so cool. So I got to do that. I got to make that happen. So if you do that, I'm going to try to make a little thing somehow in the start to live streams. That's badass though, man. I really appreciate the $20. That means a lot. Thank you for the big support, my friend. And yes, the Exorcist Believer. What a pile of poop, man. I was so bored. I've seen it twice now, and you know how when you watch a movie for a second time, you're like, oh, I just noticed this. This was so cool. I didn't notice this the first time. That happened to me for The Exorcist Believer, but I found even more things I don't like, which sucks. I'm like, oh man, this is such a shame. Like introducing the one girl character who ends up kind of being like a superhero at the end of the movie. They introduced her by breaking into Victor's house for absolutely no reason. And that's something I didn't even like think about. It just didn't register the first time I watched it. I'm like, why are they breaking into this guy's house? Like his daughter is missing and they're actively looking for them. I'm not spoiling anything about the movie, by the way. No spoilers yet, because I know everyone hasn't had a chance to see it, but I was so shocked by that. I'm like, why are they introducing this character this way? Lots of weird things about it. Check out my review. There's a spoiler-free section in there, like I always do. So if you haven't seen the movie, there you go. I'll stop talking about it. But my God, I'm just so weird. So weird shit, man. Blucka, I do not just want Halloween Kills, to clarify. So the big reason I want them to simplify is because I look at the new Halloween trilogy, I look at the new Scream trilogy, Star Wars, even Indiana Jones. They're trying to do all this like continuation of past stories and stuff with these new requels and stuff. It's supposed to add to the nostalgia factor of it, which gets butts in seats and all that. But to me, I think that there's an easier way to do all of this, and it's by making things simple. What made Halloween 1978 so good? It was just simple. It's just a guy in a fucking mask going after people and killing them for no real reason. That's so scary. I want to get back to that. That's my big thing. I think Halloween Kills was fun for what it was, but I don't want another movie just like that. I want good story, but I don't want continuations of stories that are already pretty much over. Like they've done the Laurie Strode story like a million times now. I love Halloween 2018 and Kills. Don't get me wrong. Love these movies, but I want them to do something else. Don't give me, like here's the problem with Halloween Kills, right? I do like a lot of it, but every time we cut back to Jamie Lee Curtis at the hospital, it really doesn't add much to the story. Like, I don't know why she's in that movie. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. She's awesome, but I wish Halloween 2018 is really the only movie in that whole 3-movie span where she actually plays a big part. I don't know. I just want a movie where all of the characters are efficiently a part of the story, and they're not just there to serve the purpose of I'm here to put butts in seats so that people, come back for the nostalgia craze. It's got to be more than that. I'm past that at this point, mentally, with a lot of new horror movies and stuff. I don't just want Halloween Kills. That is such a big thing. I don't just want that, but I do want them to simplify. So cut out this excessive storytelling where it's like they do this or that, whatever. If you're going to make a new Halloween movie, just give me Michael Myers, 1970s, going after brand new people. Tell new stories with brand new characters. You still have the nostalgia factor because you still have Michael Myers. Maybe you can recreate the look of the original film. Just don't do what every other movie's doing, man. And Blucka, I do agree. You're saying they've done the Michael Myers story a million times as well, though, unless they give us a Michael perspective of anti-hero film. I think that they can give us a new Michael story, though, with brand new characters. This could be the drive that gives us a brand new movie. We have new characters to follow. They're not babysitters. I think when I say like new characters in the Halloween universe, people immediately think, oh, babysitters. Think about some of the new characters in Halloween 2018. They're very similar to a lot of Laurie's friends. Cut that out. No. I'm talking brand new types of characters in general in the Halloween universe. Maybe it's not even teenagers. Maybe it's people who fucking work a drive-in theater, perhaps. This has been my big pitch with Halloween. I would want them to do something that takes place in like different locations around Haddonfield, opposed to like just the suburbs. Like maybe you can just kind of play around with the format of the town, opposed to doing what David Gordon Green did, where it's like the whole town comes together and fights Michael. Scratch that. What if Michael just goes to a different location? He's not in the suburbs. He goes to the Haddonfield Drive-In, where a bunch of people are working. Maybe there are some teenager characters, but maybe there's some older adult characters there too. I don't know, man. I'm just, for me, I want different characters to follow. And there's a bunch of different kinds of characters that you can write to be in a small town. So I don't know. Me personally, if they're going to tell another Michael story, which I am kind of with you on this, Blucka. I don't know if we need another Halloween at this point. I'm still down for it. Like if they announce Halloween 14 is happening, I'm there. Like I'll fucking be there, man. It'll be fun. Whatever. But that's what they should do. Just if you want to do more Halloween, give us something simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Stop trying to fuck with the concept of it. Just give us the same concept, just different characters, different kinds of characters to follow. I don't know. I think that they're just overcomplicating it at this point, where it could be something so simple and fun and effective every time if they just stuck to a much simpler format. David Gordon Green, I think, thinks a lot of his films are smarter than they really are. And that's my issue with some of his films recently, and just some of the bigger requels nowadays. Stop trying to write stuff that's smarter than what you can write. If you're making a slasher film, give me a guy in a mask cutting up people and have some good stories centered around them. If you really want to make a slasher film better than what they did in the 80s, just give me better characters. Like, give me the same kind of evil fucking killers out there with masks and all that, but give me some characters who just have a little more depth to them. That's a big place that you can improve upon in terms of making a slasher. Anyways, what else do we got going on? Who else is hanging out there? JJ's out there. What's up? How's it going, JJ? What up? I just had a big steak sandwich, and it's like the only thing I ate all day. So I'm so sorry. I just keep I keep hiccuping, and I don't know what is going on with me right now. I'm having a bunch of problems tonight. I love it. What else is going on? Hollywood Guy is saying Jamie Lee Curtis could be behind oh man. Harry Brady is saying, hey Jake, what's up Harry? How's it going? Sorry I can't put your name up on screen. I'm having a little bit of problems with the old StreamYard. Just no comments aren't popping up for some reason. Don't know what's going on. Mike42 is saying, was the Exorcist Believer even scary? All they had to do to make a good movie was make it scary, and seemingly they failed. Wrong director, studio for the franchise, in my opinion. I am with you on that, Mike. I just don't think it was very scary. There's so many problems that I could outline for you, but once again, I'm keeping things spoiler free. The big thing where it went wrong, that's just completely different than the other films in that franchise, or just the original movie. Like, what is so scary about The Exorcist 1973? What gives it the moniker of the scariest horror film ever made? It's because they do this slow burn of giving you Reagan McNeil, the sweetest young girl ever, and then she slowly, as the movie progresses, turns into an evil, fucking demon, dude. And it's terrifying. It's amazing the way that they're able to do it, and it's way slower than you would imagine, but because of that, it's way more effective. You spend much more time with her and Chris than you do with Angela and Victor in this new movie, which makes it all the more tragic when she does start doing all the crazy shit in that 1973 classic. But in this movie, you get one sequence with one of the girls that gets possessed where it's like, oh, okay, we're building character here. We're making her, we're making her likable, which is so important if a movie like this is going to work. They don't give us a scene like that with the other girl. And then, when they all get possessed, I'm not spoiling anything. You guys have seen this in the trailer. It's just not scary, like at all. I just don't care about these characters because they never gave me a reason to. I don't know. I just don't think that Exorcist Believer, it just did nothing for me. It's just moving pictures. And there's a difference between a good movie that's like really emotionally sound and can make you feel things versus something like this, where this is just a bunch of scary images flashing on screen. By the time you get to the third act, that's all it is. It's like, here's just scary stuff happening on screen. I'm still not 100% sure what happened in that third act, and I've seen it twice. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. That it was just a swing and a miss, in my opinion. I don't think they had enough time to really understand what the 73 film did so well to try to recapture some of that magic. And I just don't think that the approach that they went with was one worth like actually seeking out. Like they just went, I don't know. I just wish they would have committed to a better story. I don't know what the hell was going on in a lot of that movie. Mr. Rick is throwing $2 out there. Again, thank you so much for the support, Mr. Rick. I really appreciate you. Thank you. I love your profile picture, by the way. I dig the the Billy the Puppet meme. I love it. Saying, just saw Devil, the elevator movie. Enjoyed it. Oh, nice. Devil is a very underrated film if you guys have never seen it, from Mr. M. Night Shyamalan, who admittedly has not had too many good movies as of late, which is a shame because he's a great director. He just, I don't know what's going on with a lot of his newer movies, but it's a shame. That one though is a banger. Really enjoy it. It's simple. You want to talk about a really good simple horror movie? There you go. It's simple, just a simple little murder mystery that happens in an elevator, and it's really well done. I really enjoy it. It's fun. I really liked it too, Mr. Rick. Thank you for the $2. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support, my friend. Sarah Campbell has also gifted 2 Killjoy Jake memberships. Hell yes, to Darth Kermit and Wayne Turner. Well, there you go. Welcome to the cult, fellas. Drink up on the Kool-Aid. I promise there's just Kool-Aid in it. Anyways, Blucka is saying you can't really do a slow burn possession nowadays as everyone knows what's coming. But you can. But yeah, you can. You just got to make what's coming different than what The Exorcist did. That's the problem with nearly every movie that has come out in the last 50 years that is trying to copy The Exorcist. They're all trying to do the same thing. I think that if they would just do a slow burn where just something else happens, opposed to a little girl getting possessed, turning into a monster, what other kinds of characters can get possessed? You know what I mean? Like, why has there never been a mobster exorcism film? Seriously, like as goofy as that sounds, why has that never happened? Why is there not a... Fuck, I'm really trying to think of something here. Like multiple different kinds of people can get possessed, and it can also be upsetting. It doesn't always have to be a child. You know what I mean? Like what's a really nice kind of person? An old lady. How about a sweet old lady gets possessed by the devil? That sounds pretty fucking upsetting. They have done that in other movies, but I've never seen it done as well as like something like The Exorcist. But it's a possibility. They could do it. It could happen, but they just don't. Lots of great ideas still out there. I'm very much so a believer in originality is not dead, but I'm very alone on that opinion. Melissa is saying, most likely she won't be. I don't know. We were talking about a lot of things, Melissa. Thanks for being here, Melissa. I really appreciate you though. Lollipop Sanchez says, I just lost that. Saw The Exorcist Believer and it was terrible. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. I just wasn't crazy about it. I have seen a few people who really like it though, which makes me happy. I just feel like they missed out on what makes that original so good. Isna, what's up, dog? How's it going? IZE, nah. Is saying, I don't think Tara is going to die. She's such an important character, along with Sam and getting it back on Scream. I appreciate you. And since her role is said to be limited, I feel like she'll most likely be in the first act. So let's talk about this again, my friend. We were talking a little bit about Jenna's role in the new film, but you make a really good point. She's a very vital character, but also at the same time has just so much star power right now. It would be a loss if she's just not in the film at all, right? What I will say is it's just a rumor as of right now. I'm not going to go on that rant again. I won't. I know some of you have heard this 3 times now. I won't go on that rant again, but it is just a rumor that she's going to have a limited presence in this next movie. A lot of people are also saying like, well, she has a super busy schedule. It's not going to clear up until basically next summer. I get that too. But once again, we don't know when this movie's going to film. We don't know. We really don't know anything about Scream 7, even though a lot of people claim to. The truth is, I think I could see her having a more limited role in this next movie. I wouldn't be so opposed to her just having being the opening kill, essentially, of this next movie. I wouldn't be opposed to that because she's still in the film. They could still tease it like she's going to be in the whole film. You're not expecting, well, maybe we are expecting a legacy character to get offed at the beginning, but I don't know. To me, I think that would still be really shocking if we were to kill her in the opening where we didn't in Scream 5. We all thought she was going to, but then, what ended up happening? Do I really have to say spoiler alert for a movie that came out 2 years ago now? I don't know. But for me personally, I think Jenna, it would be a cool subversion of expectations if you were to kill her in the opening scene. It would almost feel like, it would also make the new Ghostface scarier because it's like, oh, you did something that a previous Ghostface could not do. And especially a previous Ghostface in this current trilogy that we're running through right now. So that makes like the brand new Ghostface for Scream 7, who probably should be the most evil and sinister of the last 3 movies. It immediately justifies that idea, right? It says like, oh, this Ghostface is going to fuck up some shit this time around. We're killing a legacy character right off the bat. Damn. Fuck. And I think that would be really brutal if it was Jenna Ortega too. I love Jenna, don't get me wrong. Like, she's amazing. I just think if she were to get killed in the opening scene, it would just be such a shock. It would say so much about this new Ghostface right from the get-go. What a great tone setter that would be. Finishing work that couldn't have gotten finished by any other Ghostface. Which would be upsetting. Like, trust me, I love her, but it would be really cool though. Let me tell you. Ghostface out there, what's up, Ghostface? How's it going? Is saying, hey, Jake, Melissa was the first announced for 5. Courtney was the first announced for 6. Both were the main centered. I kind of disagree with that, but both were the main centered character of that film. So if the Jenna report is true, the tradition continues. Was Gil Weathers the focus of Scream 6, though? I don't know about that. But what I will say is that, once again, not confirmed, but it would be cool if that did get confirmed. That'd be sweet. If this movie focuses on Tara's character, I need a reason why, because I'm very invested in Melissa's Sam character right now. I need to know why we're shifting focus. A shift in focus, a shift in, like, storytelling in general right now is going to scare me because I look at the new Star Wars trilogy that did that with every single movie because they just listened to fans on Twitter and said, hey, this sucks, you should change it. I think that you should listen to your fans to a degree. Like, if you just verbatim take everything from Twitter that people are saying about your movie, apply it to a new film, it won't be good. I'm just going to tell you that right now. That's the harsh truth of life is what I will say. That not everybody knows what's best for a certain story or why a certain decision was made. I just feel like if they're going to make 7 successful, don't shift the focus off of Sam. Maybe you can make like this B plot about Sidney Prescott and her family and all that. That could work. And then maybe the A plot, B plot kind of merges into one at the end. I could see that working. That's not too much of a subversion of what we've already done. But there's got to be a little bit of familiarity. There's got to be continuations to stories for certain characters we've been following this whole time, or I'm going to be asking the question of just why, If you make a decision if you make a decision like that, the answer to it more times often than not is, well, people didn't like this in previous films. Well, here's the thing. Some people didn't like Sam Carpenter in Scream 5, but then Scream 6 just did a little better character building, and now everyone likes Sam. Not everyone, but majority likes the character. That to me is like, yeah, no shit. Like, no shit more people like the character after 2 movies of character building. Why do you think we like Sidney Prescott so much? Why do you think that we like Gil Weathers? Why do you think we like Dewey Riley and Kirby and all these characters? It's because they've been in multiple movies where we've done so much character work with them. So I don't know. To me, it's like if they just give up on the character, that's giving up. I don't know. Is there more conversation to be had after that? I say just don't give up on these characters. There's a lot of potential with the core 4. You just got to write them better. I think that the sisters are really solid. Chad, I really like too. Mindy needs some work writing wise. Mindy needs some work, and I think 7 can fix that. I hope they don't just give up on the core 4 though. That would make me sad. That would show an immediate lack of confidence, and I would be out of it, I think, if they did something like that. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. We'll see what happens, man. Barry Tremer is saying, yo, Jake, you think we might see Skeet Ulrich make another appearance in Scream? If so, what's your opinion on it? If Sam has another hallucination about him? You know, Barry, the more I watch Scream 6, especially, the more I realize that I think they're getting away from the whole Sam having this like Loomis darkness in her or whatever. I just don't know how I feel about this. You know, I'm very sad. I'm very sad about I'm very sad about that because I question why it was even set up in the first place. Like, wow, that was really just for nostalgia, huh? That's really the only reason we made Sam a Loomis. I was kind of hoping they would go somewhere with it. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I really just don't know what the point of that all was. So that's kind of what I'm scared of with the next film is what are they going to do with the whole Sam, bloodlust thing? Are they just dropping that now? I don't know. The other thing too with 5 to 6 is that in 5 we see Billy Loomis in the mirrors in the background, which is cool. But then we see him just in the reflection of glass. He also has a much more limited presence than he already did in 5. He's only in like really 2 scenes of 6. So to me, what that symbolizes is she's slowly getting away from that, but I just feel like this was an unnecessary thing to do. Like it was, once again, just only for nostalgia, which makes me sad. It's why I've been speculating so much that maybe Sam could be the killer in the next film, which would be fun. But I feel like that's not the direction we're going. I feel like it was just kind of there for nostalgia. And also, Blucka, I do not hate the legacy characters. I love them. I just think their stories, I don't really know too much about where we should go with their stories next. Like Sydney, there's a clear story we need to tell with her family. That needs to be a focus of 7. I'm gonna die on that hill. With Sam, she's a new character. If you're going to introduce a new character, explore an arc with this character. If Sidney Prescott was in the first Scream movie, and then in the second one, they just decided to focus on Randy more because people liked Randy more, wouldn't that suck? Like, wouldn't that have sucked? Like, if they were like, oh yeah, well, people didn't like Sidney Prescott, so we're going to focus on Randy now. He's the focus. That would be super jarring and weird. So don't do that for Scream 7. There's a reason that Sidney Prescott is very much so the focus of Screams 1, 2, and 3. I feel like she could have been even more of a focal point in 3, considering how like small of a role she had. Well, not even small of a role in Scream 3, but she's just not as present in Scream 3 as some of the other characters. But I don't know. I just really want them to get this right. I want them to build these characters up. If they just give up on me, then it's immediately a lack of confidence that I need some Riz, I guess is the big thing. I need some Riz from Scream 7. Like Scream 6 had a lot of Riz to me. You can point out all the plot holes, you can point out inconsistencies with the movie, but the whole time it was very much so convincing me, hey, we can have a Scream film without the legacy characters being the focus. That was a big thing about 6 to me that I was really impressed by. I'm like, not a lot of requels have been able to do that for me. Like the new Star Wars, like all 3 of them, I'm like, none of these movies have Riz. None of these movies convinced me that they can make a movie without Luke Skywalker being the focus. But Scream 5 and 6 did. Like, they were like, okay, these are solid. Like, are they the best of the franchise? No, but they're fun movies. I really enjoy them. So I don't know. For me personally, I think that whatever they do with 7, just write it well. Don't give up on these characters we've been building for so long. If you want to have Sydney be a focal point, you can still do that. Just got to make a longer movie. Alex19881 is saying, Jake, are you planning to see It's a Wonderful Knife? Fuck yes, I am. Coming from writer Michael Kennedy and director Tyler McIntyre, very underrated human being in this world, saying it appears to be exactly what I want, Scream 7 to be a slasher movie with a winter Christmas setting. So here's my worry about. Oh God, this is a whole nother rant. Oh Lord. Whole nother rant time. Fuck it, let's get into it. I'm very excited for this. And I totally agree with you in terms of aesthetic. This is what I want from Scream 7. Like Christmas or holiday themed slasher movie where it's Ghostface running after people in the middle of the night while it's snowing. Like that's kind of the vibe I want for Scream 7. Yes. But my thing about it that I'm sure I'm going to love about this film because it's a standalone is it's very much so A Wonderful Life mixed with Scream. That's essentially what, I mean, I think they literally described it that way, like when they were advertising the movie. Based on the plot synopsis too, that's exactly what it is. It's A Wonderful Life with a slasher villain. And I'm like, cool. Oh shit, that'll be a lot of fun. Just like Freaky. You know, Freaky is just two things mashed together, and it's original for that reason. So I love that. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun as a standalone, but for a Scream sequel, I hope that's not the case. I hope for a Scream sequel, they make it Scream still. Keep that aesthetic of what a Wonderful Knife is going to have, but just apply that to what Scream is going to be. I'm down for it. I'm down. But just don't give me a movie that's exactly something else, you know, or two things smashed together. I just don't think that's going to work for a Scream sequel. But I agree with you about the aesthetic, my friend. I think for sure that's kind of the same vibe is what I'm looking for from Scream 7 for sure. If the holiday setting thing is true, yes, I'm very much down for it. That would be sick. What else do we got going on? I see some friends out there saying hi. Hello, hello. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? What's up? What's up? Paul Harris is saying, what about Danny? Will he be killed off? That would be a good opening kill, in my opinion. He's such a nice character. It would be really upsetting to see him go, especially in the opening. I have a dark, twisted mind like that, though. So what see, I find joy in these things. Some people would be very disappointed. But me personally, I don't know why Danny lived through Scream 6. I'm going to be honest. I don't see a point to it. So kill him in the opening. That's where I'm at. Blucka is also saying, Jake, early predictions for Thanksgiving. Do you think Patrick Dempsey is the killer? Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do. I'm with you on that one, Blucka. I think 100%, yeah, he's the killer. Not sure, okay, 99%. Okay, 99% from, you know, the trailers and stuff. Yes, I am very much so with you about Patrick Dempsey being the killer. Me and my buddy were just talking about this the other night. That's so weird. Get out of my head, Blucka. No, but here's my, I almost just pulled the fucking cord out of my headphones. That scared the shit out of me. Here's my thing about this, Blucka. I'm excited for it. I am. I'm a little worried with the Red Band trailer, though, which showed to us that the killer is using Instagram to fuck with his victims, which, if this was a modern, like just a regular modern slasher, I wouldn't have an issue. But this is an extension off of Grindhouse, which is supposed to, you know, kind of emulate that 70s drive-in horror movie feel. So I just don't know how I feel about them modernizing the concept. It's one of those things that I feel like I can't really judge until I've seen the movie, personally, but I'm excited to see what they do with it. Me personally, I wish they would have stuck with the 70s aesthetic, but I'm excited to see what they do. I think it'll still be really good. It's Eli Roth doing a slasher film, man. I mean, that's what he's the best at, doing just creepy, over-the-top, scary horror movies with his, like, just bizarre blend of humor. I'm down for it. I think it's going to be fun, but I'm very much so with you on Patrick Dempsey being the killer. He's my number one of who I think it's going to be. So yes, and yes. He's a big name. Like, I'm just going to be real. That's the big reason I think that. He's a big name in the trailer. He says a few things like really defending the town and Thanksgiving in general, which is why, you know, a bit of a motive right there. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Michael Chin is throwing $5 out there. Thank you for your support, my friend. Once again, wish I could put you on screen, but something's going on with StreamYard tonight. They're having a bit of a boo-boo. Little bit of a what the fuck, bro. Some farts going on with StreamYard servers tonight. Michael Chin is saying, whatever they do with Scream 7, they need to fix the character assassination they did with Gale. I mean, no arguments. And I think Christopher Landon will fix the writing. So let's just get into that. Gale Weathers as a character. The more I watch 6, it's a little jarring that they just decided to make Gale Scream 2 Gale, Scream 1 or 2 Gale again, basically, especially after what she said in 5. But I'm weirdly okay with it after watching 6 so much. Maybe it's because I've just seen the movie so many times and I really like it. But I don't know. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. You know, I'm not as bothered by it as I was. I think to me, what's okay, why I'm not like losing my mind about it is like, it kind of makes sense, right? Like Dewey dies in the previous film. Now Gale no longer has basically the elements, the catalyst of what made her a better person. Like, let's be real, you know, Dewey and Gale kind of rubbed off in each other in weirdly positive ways. Dewey was a little more like, you know, confident in himself because he was with Gale, who's very confident in herself, but, you know, Gale is also very arrogant and does some not so nice things. And Dewey, you know, kind of gave her some of his niceness. And I think in that moment when she says, I'm going to write a book about Dewey and stuff, she's still feeling the aftermath of what was going on in the situation. But then, you know, more murders happen, and Gale Weathers is, you know, well, the star she is. It makes sense that she would write a book about Richie and Amber. What I don't buy about it, though, is that she shits on Sam and Tara. That's the one thing that really bugs me about it. I don't think she would have done that. I think she still has a bit of character progression under her belt that even if she did like kind of, go back on some of the things she was going to say, I just don't think she would do that. Scream 1 and 2 Gale would do that, but not this Gale. I don't think she would be actively adding to the shit pile that is Sam Carpenter's reputation right now. So that's my issue with it personally. I don't know. I feel like Gale would do that. Like just knowing the character, I think she would write a book about that and make a bunch of money from it just because of who she is. But I don't know. Is it character assassination? I can't even argue with that because it's like I see it. I see where you're coming from. They literally said in the last movie they were going to do one thing with their character and then they didn't. So I can see being upset with that. The more I watch it though, like I said, it's growing on me. I'm excited to see what they do with Gale in the next movie, if she's going to be there or not. Maybe it'll fix it. Maybe, I don't know. What happens with Gale now that she's been attacked, kind of enabling these ghost faces in a weird sort of way. Like what happens next? I'm curious to see that. But Christopher Landon, will he fix the writing or not? Once again, you can have the 4 best writers on planet Earth all working together on the same screenplay and it could totally suck. Because once again, if everyone's trying to pull for their own ideas, everyone's like, oh, it's got to be this way. Okay, well, we got to do this though. Okay, we'll compromise. It's going to be bad, but hopefully not. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's not. I hope he fixes the writing. I hope he makes it something really special. We get another badass reveal, but I don't know. Michael. I'm so scared right now. But I hope it's good. Man. Michael, thank you for the $5, my friend. I really appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man. Appreciate you a whole bunch. Mr. Rick's also thrown $2 out there saying saw the mean one all over the place, but I liked it. All over the place, but you liked it. Okay. I still have not seen it. I heard not so great things, so I guess that's why I didn't end up checking it out. But it is my boy, David Howard Thornton, playing the Grinch as a slasher, which I think is pretty fucking cool. I might just have to see it for his performance alone. Gotta be honest. There's a part of me that doesn't even give a shit about the writing. I just want to see David Howard Thornton in the fucking makeup. I think ever since I saw the Jim Carrey Grinch movie growing up too, I was like, this is kind of scary. What if this was a horror film, And I hope that movie answers that question. Jake needs some water. But all over the place, but you liked it. I'm glad you liked it, Mr. Rick. Thank you for the $2, my friend. I appreciate you. I see a lot of people talking about Garbage Day. I like that. Oh, man. 1234 is saying, hi, Jake. Do you think Kirby will be the opening kill of Scream 7? Well, hello, 1234. I appreciate you for being here. Do I think Kirby will be the opening kill? I'm not ruling it out. Honestly, I do think that the opening kill of this movie it's going to be one of two things. Here, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm calling it. Someone clip this shit right now. Here's how confident I am in this shit. Someone clip this right now, write it down, say this is Killjoy Jake's prediction for Scream 7. It is going to be one of two things. It is going to be a big actress, actor, whatever, who has worked with Christopher Landon in the opening scene, or a big legacy character. And it will be nothing in between. I would bet money on it. I would put money down if it's not one of those two things. 100%. So I think for sure that's going to be the case. So I'm not ruling it out. Not ruling out Kirby as a potential opening kill, even though I don't know if that's what they need for the story. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe that sets up, oh shit, Ghostface is fucking scary because he killed an FBI agent. I don't know. I mean, there's some arguments to be made about how effective that would be. But do people want to see Kirby go or not? Especially after reinventing the character in the last film. I'm on the fence about that. Is there something better we could do with Kirby, I guess, throughout the runtime? Mike42 is saying, I'm torn between wanting to see a really strong Gale role in 7 or just not in it at all. Me too, Mike. Gale's my favorite Scream character, like bar none, number one. See, I don't hate the legacy characters. Gale's my number one. I love Gale. I think her she's always like electric. I think Courtney Cox is always so good in this role. She's always so funny to me. I think like in every movie, she has at least one bit or moment where I'm just like, that is so fucking funny. Like this character's ridiculous. So I think she's great. But I just don't know, like, the entire time in Scream 6 that I'm watching her character, I'm just like, why didn't they have Kirby do this? Like, Kirby is literally there for this reason. Like, they don't need Gale here. I don't know. I love Gale. She's a great character, but I only want characters in my movie that actually push the plot forward. I'm very anti-nostalgia, if you haven't already gotten that. Oh my God, Ethan the Goat is saying, Jake, after about 18 different stops to Spirit Halloweens, I finally have the aged Ghostface mask. You have no idea how happy I am. I gasped when I saw it. Dude, nice, man. I'm so glad you got it, dog. What's really cool about this one, by the way, maybe you don't care about this at all, but it's something really cool to me, is that it smells like fucking vanilla again, which is great. Like, I put it on and I was like, oh, no way. The old masks used to smell like vanilla. Some of the newer ones didn't. But like now these new run of them, like all of them smell like vanilla. I'm like, this is so fucking cool, dude. So I went to Spirit Halloween like the day they opened because I heard that they were going to have the aged Scream 6 mask, and I had to have one. I got to put it on my set, so I got to figure out something to put it back here. Maybe I'll put it where the Haddonfield sign is, because I kind of like having that there. That's cool. But or maybe like right there. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. I'll make something happen. I love it though, man. That's really cool. Jake trying to save face. He cheered when Dewey died. I was shocked when Dewey died. I will say that. That was ballsy. That was really ballsy of Radio Silence to do that. And I respect him for it. I will say that. I was sad, but I respect them for killing a character, man. That's pretty crazy. Jukebox General is saying, I should say killing a legacy Wes Craven character. Like, that's ballsy to do that in your first comeback to the franchise. It was shocking, but that's what Scream does. It shocks the fuck out of you. Ugh. Damn. It's sad, don't get me wrong, but ballsy. Jukebox General is saying, Kincaid, the opening kill. Ghostface will draw Sydney out into the opening. Ooh. See, you know what I really like about that, Jukebox General, is that gives us immediately a reason for Sydney to be involved. I'm not against that at all, actually. Damn. Here's the thing that's great about that, but also like just sad is, I know there's a lot of fans that are like, I just want Sydney to have her happy ending. And I get that. But I also want her to fight Ghostface again. You know what I mean? Like I want both. And sometimes you can't have your cake and eat it too. So if you want Sydney back, you gotta give me a reason. And I've been trying to come up with something in many videos. I've said like, oh, well, if they kill Gale, they could do the same thing as what they did with Dewey, but that's, we've already done that, What if they do something else to bring Sydney back into the fold this time around? That could be it. And that would be sad, but Mark Kincaid's a character we've only seen in one movie in just a handful of scenes. So I'm not against that. I think that actually could be really effective in terms of getting her back. Because listen, if they just have Sydney be like, okay, I'm just going to help this time around. What? No, no fucking way. I can't get into that. Especially because the only reason she came back in 5 is because of Dewey dying. Like, that's the only reason she came back. She was like, yeah, nah, I got a gun. I'm at home. I'm with my kids. Like, sorry, not going out there. No fucking way. And then she comes back after, well, yeah, that happened. So we need a big reason for Sydney to come back. You can't just say she's going to help out the group because she's got bigger priorities right now. Just wouldn't make sense. I want Sydney to come back, but give her a good damn story. Don't give me some lazy half-ass thing just to shoehorn her into a new story, That would suck. Nobody wants that. A lot of people are asking about Totally Killer. That's funny. Legion is saying, can you confirm Saw X is better than The Exorcist? Without a doubt in my mind. Saw X is a million times better than the new Exorcist. See that instead. Go to the theater, see Saw X. It's fantastic if you haven't seen it already. Phenomenal. One of my favorite horror films of the year, without a doubt. Game Breakers. Jake, have you seen Totally Killer? If you haven't, you should do a live reaction. It's a great movie. 8.5 out of 10. Damn. I really enjoyed it. My friend said it best. I watched it with a few buddies. My buddy said it best. They're like, that was an R-rated Disney Channel original movie, and I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. But it's a Disney Channel original movie with a slasher with a slasher villain. I don't know really how I feel about it. Like, it is very much so The Final Girls too, a movie that came out in 2015, which is something that bugged me. Like, it's pretty much the same plot. So I think if you liked this movie, you should watch that film because that one's really good. But I don't know. I had a problem getting into it. I wasn't crazy about the main character, and I just wasn't crazy about the concepts because, like I said, I've seen this done before. Maybe if this was the first time I'd ever seen that concept, I would really like it. But it's The Final Girls. Like, it's the same movie. So I don't know. I had some issues with it. A lot of the humor was very generic too. It was very much so like, it's like typical time travel humor where it's like, oh, this character's it's the Marty McFly humor. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is my mom, so I keep calling her mom, but she doesn't know I'm her daughter, So I don't know. Like, she keeps making this joke where she's like, yeah, mom, mamacita. And I'm just like, that's not funny. Like, oh my God, I like every single time I'm like, I had to look away from the screen. It was hard to watch. So I don't know, Totally Killer just didn't do it for me. I'm so sorry. I know a lot of people love it though. Like, I am very much so in the minority about that. It's got like an 84% or something like that on Rotten Tomatoes. I just don't know. It just did not do it for me. I'm going to have a review about that at some point. I filmed it already. God, editing stuff takes so much time. I don't have time. So I want to post something about it soon, but Blucka, I do agree. It was entertaining. Like, the worst thing a movie can be is boring. And Totally Killer kept my interest the entire time, without a doubt. Blucka, though, don't get me started about Pet Sematary Bloodline. I don't want to even... You don't want to unlock that can of worms, dude. I got my Paramount Plus back to watch Pet Sematary Bloodlines. I love the original Pet Sematary, by the way. It's like one of my favorite horror films. I think it's slowly moved up to a top 10 for me personally. I just love it. I think it's a great concept. The way the story flows is so well done. Pet Sematary Bloodlines is genuinely one of the worst films I have ever seen. It is a mad skip. Like, do not watch it. I'm not the guy to say that. I'm always like, oh, go watch something, form your own opinion. This is a waste of... Pet Sematary Bloodlines is a genuine waste of time. I'm sorry, but that movie was written by either aliens or AI. The dialogue in that is so unnatural. Man, it's so bad. Pet Sematary Bloodlines, skip it. Skip it. I don't know. Whew, shit. That was a misery. I was angry after watching that. Like, it ruined my night. It ruined my whole night. Wow. Oh, okay, we're done. I'm not gonna, if you want to see the review for Pet Sematary Bloodlines though, I'm gonna be posting that for Patreon people and channel members later on in the week. So check it out. Shit. I'm reading some funny stuff. Daniel's saying, I hope they don't release many more Scream movies. I love the franchise, but at some point they will run out of ideas and start over doing it. Daniel Thomas, I think that's why we always have a change in creatives. Some people have different ideas to throw at different franchises, and that's what I love about horror sequels. I look at the Saw franchise especially too, where, like, in my opinion, most of those movies are solid. Like, even the bad ones are still really enjoyable to watch. And those went through multiple different people being involved in the creative side of things. And for that reason, a lot of them work and a lot of them feel fresh because it's like, oh, here's this like brand new idea to throw at this concept. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's run it. And even like Spiral, which is like, I don't think it's the worst Saw movie. I still like, I don't know. I feel like it's underrated. I watched it the other night and I really like that film. Even Spiral, which has like maybe the weakest like ending, the weakest third act out of any of those movies, it still has a lot of fun stuff going on where I'm like, this is well done. Okay, I can get into this. I think the commentary just kind of falls apart in the third act, in my opinion. It's just way too on the nose. I get it. Like, I get what you're trying to say. It's too on the nose. It feels forced in a lot of ways. So but I do like Spiral. It's a lot of fun. I still have a good time with it. The traps are great though. The traps are great. I miss John Kramer big time, and like Sarah said, I'd take Spiral over Jigsaw any day. I am so with you. Yes. Like, Jigsaw is, I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. Oh, Blucka is saying, Bloodline is the worst. Reborn is the second worst and Believer is the best of the worst. So we're talking some of the worst movies from the last 2 years. So you're saying Pet Sematary Bloodlines is the worst? I agree with you. That was bad, dude. Wow, that was just a fail. The character of Timmy, I think, is the worst character I've ever seen on screen. For, like, bar none, anything I've ever watched. Wow, like, what the fuck, man? Reborn. So okay, Jeepers Creepers Reborn is the second worst. Yeah, I would put Jeepers Creepers I would put Jeepers Creepers Reborn above Exorcist Believer. Like, I enjoyed that film more than I did Exorcist. I don't know, man. Exorcist Believer starts off so strong, but it just completely loses me in the back half. But just my thoughts. What else we got? Anthony Starr, New Zealand born and Australian raised. Hell yeah. Love me some Anthony Starr. He's great. He's so, oh my God, he's so good as Homelander. Very excited for season 4 of The Boys. Been talking about that a lot because we got a new spin-off show, which is cool. Gen V. I have not watched it yet, so please no spoilers. But I'm hearing mostly good things. I'm hearing actually like very mixed reviews, but I'm hearing the positive stuff though. And I'm like, okay, this sounds like something I would like, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Anthony Starr is also great in Cobweb, another movie from earlier this year that just flew under the radar. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. One of my favorite horror films from the year. Legion is throwing $5 out there saying, Jake, out of all of the traps in Saw, which one do you think you can beat? And do you think all Saw traps happen on a Monday? That's really funny because Mondays are the worst days. So why wouldn't John Kramer do that? Better have some lasagna at the end of this fucking trap. Which one do I think I could beat? I genuinely think I could do the reverse bear trap. Like, you just got to cut the key out of somebody's stomach and they're alive. Sorry, I would do it. I wouldn't even think about it. I'd be like, 60 seconds or I'm dead. Sorry, dog. I'm sorry that I got to do this, but because here's the other thing too. Like, you got to you got to rip somebody open. You got to, pull a key out. That sucks, but they have the potential to still live. Like, I don't. Like, in 60 seconds, I'm done for. I could cut somebody open and pull a key out of their stomach and be like, okay, I'm going to call the cops as soon as I get this thing off of me. Just hang on, Like, I'm not killing this person. Not necessarily. I don't know. There's still a chance. Is that fucked up? Is that fucked up for me to say? Are people going to be like, Jesus Christ, Killjoy Jake is a sick son of a bitch? God damn. Oh my God. But no, I feel like I could do that. I could do the, you know what else I could like definitely just sniff out? In Saw 5, they do the whole thing where it's like the people have to work together. I would have sniffed that out. I would have been like, guys, we have to work together. That is clearly why we're all here. Like, we're all self-made, millionaires or just successful people in general, whatever. Like, we all gotta, like, we clearly have to work together. We've all been, working independently and we're all successful for that reason. And maybe we're screwing over people in our lives. That's the one common denominator. And none of those characters figured that out. That's kind of my issue with Saw 5 is I just feel like that's a little, it's like kind of obvious. Like, are they so vain? I guess they are. I guess they're so vain they can't figure that out, but they do then. So I don't know. I'm very back and forth on that. But Saw 5, I love Saw 5. I still love it. It's still so much fun. I think I would sniff that out though. But Legion, thank you for the $5, my friend. I do really appreciate you. And do they all happen on a Monday? Yes, absolutely. That's the worst fucking day. Like today. But Mondays are made better by having fun and hanging out with your friends like this. So there you go. You gotta have fun. You gotta be with friends. You gotta make that happen. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not gonna believe this, but StreamYard has blessed us. I can now see shit and put things on the screen. If you're just joining us and you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I don't know why, but for like the last hour or so, I just haven't been able to put stuff on the screen. Look at that. Hey, Legion, thank you for the $5, my friend. You know what? I'm going to go back through all of the fucking super chats. I'm getting all of you guys on screen because you all deserve it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the support, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rick threw $2 in there earlier, and that's as far as I can scroll back. Wow, I'm so sorry. I was getting all excited. I was gonna throw you all up on screen, and I can't even do that. Damn. StreamYard's like, yeah, okay, hey, relax, Jake. Chill the fuck out, man. That's really funny. Maddie R Gamer with the most badass PFP I've ever seen. God damn. Saying, do you got a Discord? I do, but I just never use it. I think it's just Killjoy Jake. I don't know. Add me on Discord, I guess. I play video games every now and then. If you want to come say hey, I don't care. 67 people saying hey to me all at the same time, though, might be outrageous. But I don't know. Come say hey. If you want to send me a message or something, though, I have a few folks that do. Send me stuff on Instagram and like Twitter and shit, because I don't use Discord. I use it when me and my buddies are playing video games like late at night, and that's about it. Mike42 is saying, Jake, congrats on almost hitting 20K. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Saying, keep grinding. You have one of the best horror channels in the game. Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate that, man. Means a lot. Mike, thank you so much. I do have a fun announcement, by the way, for the 68 wonderful people hanging out with us tonight. Doug Bradley, Mr. Pinhead himself, will be coming on the page this Thursday. What? Holy shit. I know, right? That's my reaction when I fucking found out that was happening. So I got wind last week from my friend Jose Prendes, who just recently directed the movie The Exorcists with Mr. Bradley. We're doing a big ol' interview with him and also Doug Bradley, who stars in the film, this Friday. Or not Friday. Thursday. I literally just said that. This Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Come check it out. It's going to be sick. And yes, Pinhead himself is coming on the page. It's going to be fucking sick. Excuse me? Yeah, I know. Dude, it's fucking nuts. Damn, Pinhead? Yeah, I'm losing my mind. Like, I've never done an interview before, too, so I have no idea what the fuck... I have no idea what I'm doing, but this is going to be sick. I'm, like, so excited. I've always wanted to talk to Doug Bradley. When I was at Horror Hound this past... like March or whatever. I want to say like this was like late March, early April. Got to see Evil Dead Rise, which was sick. But the next morning we went to Bob Evans and we're all getting food and stuff and we're all talking. And my buddy Sean's sitting across from me. He's like, dude, look over there. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? He's like, dude, look at the other booth, man. And I wasn't paying attention. I was eating my fucking eggs. I really like scrambled eggs. I fucking love scrambled. Like, they're just my absolute favorite. I come to find out that Doug Bradley was sitting in the fucking booth right next to me. Like, he's like as far away from me as my red right hand poster is right now, basically. And I'm like, what? No fucking way, man. No way is Pinhead's eating breakfast with me right now. But I'm not going to lie. There's a part of me that wants to say something about that, but I know that would be so unprofessional. But like, I don't know if you know this, Doug, but I had breakfast with you earlier in the year. I don't know if you remember, but he would be like, no, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Doug. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, I'm very excited about it. We're going to talk about The Exorcist. So The Exorcists, which is not the 1973 film, a brand new movie from my friend Master Chaos, Jose, I don't know why I said it like that, who directed that. He's an awesome dude. So him and Doug Bradley will be on the page this Thursday. Very excited for the interview. It's going to be a fucking blast. Don't miss it. And Daniel, thank you so much. You're loving the Jackson in the background. Very nice. I'm a bass player myself. Nice. I'm a guitar player. I play for fun at this point, but my brother is in a band. And sometimes I jam with them. So they're very good. Check out part 2 on Instagram and YouTube. PT2. They're fucking awesome, man. They just opened up for a pretty big band at Mahal's up in Lakewood and Cleveland area. If you guys are familiar with that scene, probably not, but I don't know. I know you never know who you're talking to on here. It's always fun. Legion is throwing $10 out there. Thank you, Legion. I appreciate you. Saying I'd lose my shit if the movie company that makes Scream saw your awesome Red Right Hand movie and they cast you in Scream 7 or 8 and you play the killer or one of the survivors. Legion, I would lose my mind. I would like just cry and piss myself and I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do. I would just be like, what? What? No way. That would be awesome though. I would go nuts. I would go absolutely berserk if something like that happened. You know, what was cool about Scream 6 is they kind of did a little Red Right Hand thing right at the beginning too, which I'm not going to lie. It's why my opinion on the film is so biased. Listen, I'm not even going to be fucking, I'm not even going to try to shield that. I like Scream 6 so much because like the opening scene is very much so a lot of my ideas that I've always wanted for Scream. I'm like, why don't they ever show us like the Ghostface perspective? Like, this is such a cool concept. I want to know more about it. And they finally did that with the opening scene for 6. Yeah, I mean, they won me over. They were like, yeah, that's so fucking cool. Of course I love the movie. So for me, that's why Scream 6 is just so important to me. It's like probably my favorite sequel. I love that they were able to do a lot of these weirder punk rock ideas that the franchise never would have touched in the past. It just means a lot to me for that reason. I've watched these movies for years and I've always thought that. I'm like, I love these movies. I want to know more about some of the other stuff. They always kind of followed the same formula, you know, and that's fun. Don't get me wrong, but it was cool to just see the other side of it, even if just for a moment, you know. That was so fascinating. It's one of my favorite parts of the whole movie. But thank you so much, Legion. That does mean a lot. I have some fun stuff in the works though. Coming out next year, I'm working on a new short film, and I'm really excited to make it happen early next year. So I don't know when that's going to come out. No promises or nothing, but I'm busting my ass making it happen. I promise. So you guys will see more, some original stuff real soon here. So Legion, thank you for the $10 so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. I would love to just be in the background of one shot of Scream, maybe with a bunch of like a bunch of fucking sandwiches on a big board like this, and I'm carrying them. It's like, oh God, I hope I don't drop my sandwiches. And then like Sam Carpenter blows past me, and then fucking Ghostface is there too, and I just lose all the sandwiches. That's what I want to do in Scream 7. Christopher Landon, if you're watching this, let me do my sandwich bit in Scream 7. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. Wouldn't that be great though? Like that would be so funny. I don't know. Like even if it was like, imagine like James from Dead Meat. like James from Dead Meat is just carrying all these sandwiches like, oh geez, I hope I don't drop my sandwiches, and then just Ghostface knocks him down. I want to see that so bad. That's what I want for 7 so bad now. I don't even care. Screw the killer perspective thing. I want sandwiches and people are like, what the fuck is this guy on, dog? What is he saying? Daniel Thomas is saying, Red Right Hand is so much better than Scream 4. Whoa, thank you, man. I appreciate that. For some reason, I couldn't connect with the characters in 4. Well, thank you. That means a lot, Daniel. Thank you. I promise the character work will be better in the next thing I do. I've learned a lot about how to actually write a script in the last year or so. Red Right Hand was a little rough, but I really do appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Hopefully we can do something even crazier next time. Oh my God. I have not seen this. I have not been able to, I've been out. I literally just got home 2 hours ago, but Bluck is saying, Jake, did you see that Blumhouse is producing an Upgrade TV series? Why? Upgrade doesn't need a continuation. Oh man, that makes me sad. I love Upgrade is such a good like one-off, man. I don't know why it doesn't need any more. Oh man. Oh geez. I don't know about that one. That's crazy. Mr. Fazbear is saying, watch The Exorcist Believer. I'm so mad. It could have been so good if it took a different direction. I like the 2 girls thing, but why did they have to bring the legacy characters in? Great question. They don't affect the plot at all. So I don't know either. Ellen Burstyn, I don't know. There's a Y in there, so I get all confused. Why is she even in the movie? I don't know, but I hope she got paid well. You know, that's my big thing. Every time while I was watching the whole film, I was just like, I really hope she got paid something good here. This is crazy. Someone at work complimented you on your directed by Wes Craven shirt. Nice, man. Wes Carpenter shirt. Sorry. I put them on your channel and shop. Nice, man. Thank you, Ethan. I really appreciate that, man. I dig it. I fucking love it, dog. That's awesome. I'm so glad everyone likes the shirt. That's badass, man. Ethan, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate you. You're the best, dog. You're the best. Thank you. RW, what's up, dog? How's it going? I love your creepy profile picture. Nice. Saying, yo, just got on. I don't know if you talked about this, but did you attend the most Ghostface in one room record event on the week? What? I didn't even know about this, RW. What? There was a thing over the weekend for most Ghostfaces in one room. I would have been there, dog. I got the costume and everything ready to go. Oh man, that makes me so sad. I would have driven out somewhere, been a part of the record. That makes me so sad. That's awesome, RW. Badass, man. Jason Carpenter is saying, Jake, if you were to meet Jason Blum, what would you tell or ask him? What would I say? What would I tell Jason Blum? I would say, Jason, I fucking love Insidious, man. I fucking love Insidious and Sinister and a lot of those early Blumhouse movies. They're great movies. That's what I would say. That's what I would say to Jason Blum. Be like, damn, you got some really good stuff under your belt, dog. Keep making good stuff. What is your opinion on a new Halloween movie TV show? I am scared. Maddie, I am scared about the future for Halloween. I feel like so many people are looking at the franchise and being like, well, they've just had Michael run around killing people so many times. We got to do something else. For me, it's either make a simple Michael movie or don't make another one. I don't know. I don't know why the impetus for new Halloween movies is always, let's do something wild and different. Let's do something where it's, it's not about Michael at all. I don't get that. I don't understand that. If you want to make an original movie, go make an original movie. If you want to make a Halloween Michael Myers movie, make a Halloween Michael Myers movie. For me, genuinely, with the Halloween franchise, and I don't feel this about every franchise. I don't feel this way about every franchise out there. But what I do feel for Halloween is that I just want them to make something simple. I just want them to make something simple and fun. Like, it's a slasher franchise at its core. Can we just make something simple and fun? Just like 1978 Halloween? Like, I don't know. I feel like we've lost that in the franchise. It's everything nowadays has to be super complicated, and we got to do this and that to get people in seats, get them all excited. I don't know. I just think they should, whatever they do next, if it's a TV show, movie, whatever, give me something simple. Give me just Michael killing new groups of people. You know, why are we trying to extend stories from the past? Give me a fresh cut Halloween film that's just about brand new characters in Haddonfield, maybe a new town. I don't know. Give Michael a different backstory if you want, but reinvent the franchise or just don't overthink it. Like, if you're going to reinvent the franchise, don't overthink it. Give me Michael Myers killing people. Keep it simple. 1234 is saying Jake is super gay. I will never reveal my personal thing. I think it's very odd that so many people are very open about personal things like things like this. Not really in the cards for me to say. Not really one for me to not really a thing for me to talk about personally. Just my opinion. Lollipop Sanchez is saying, what horror movie can you not stop watching? Oh man, there's so many. I have a very weird like OCD obsession with the VHS franchise. Like, I am the moment that VHS 80, like, okay, fun story time with Jake real quick. When VHS 85 came out this past Friday, I literally could not sleep. I was so excited for this film. I am obsessed with those movies. I think they are so interesting. I don't know what it is about that franchise, but even the bad ones, like, I just can't stop watching them. There is so much intrigue in those movies because they give you just enough to care about the characters, just at the very littlest shred amounts to care about the characters you're watching on screen, and then some crazy bullshit happens to them, and yet there's still so much left uncovered and mysterious about a lot of the things they're setting up. It's almost like looking at just like one image from an entire world that they're able to do with nearly every sketch, and I love that. I really love that about VHS. I'm so obsessed with that franchise. I want to see like 100 more of them. Like, I don't know. I loved like the whole new run we got from the last 3 years. If it's 94, 99, or fucking 80, I couldn't think of it. 85. I love all these movies. They're great. So much fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you keep being a dick in the comments, I will block you, my friend. That is your one warning. Which, you know what? I'm a nice guy, and I'll give you a warning instead of just blocking you like what I usually do. Because you've been nice recently, but you're being a dick right now. So please stop, or I will block you. And I don't want to do that, because that's no fun. I don't like blocking my friends. Jason Carpenter is saying, Jake, Best Buy already has an awesome steelbook plan for The Exorcist Believer. I'm buying it day one. Hell yeah. Do it, my friend. That's badass. Make it happen. Do a little Best Buy steelbooking. I gotta get the original Exorcist, and I gotta get Scream 3 still on 4K. But I have no time. I want to order all these things, but I don't have time. Shit. But I gotta make that happen. That's really cool. I have not seen the Exorcist Believer steelbook. I can't believe they already have that planned out. Like, the movie just came out. That's nuts. I gotta look into it. Gotta look into that shit. Very cool stuff though, man. Very, very badass. Daniel is saying, what's your favorite scary movie? Mine is either the original Psycho or 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Great choices, my friend. What about the Psycho remake, bro? It's a shot-for-shot remake. It's so good. No, I'm kidding. Badass, though. Very good stuff. Damn, really good choices there. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is so good. Like, I fucking love that movie. It's so scary and it's so abysmal. It's like, ugh, god damn, this is fucked up. The whole movie, you're just like, this is gross. I shouldn't be watching this. Psycho's great too, because it's just a perfect, like, early slasher. Like, it doesn't have a lot of the slasher elements that like the 80s had, you know? That's what I think people think of when they think of slasher. But Psycho, man, is really well done. Except for that one scene where they thought they had to explain everything to the audience. I don't know how I feel about that. It's my one thing about Psycho I'm not crazy about. But the rest of it, perfect. Wouldn't change a damn thing. Love it, though. Great movies. So much so, Daniel. What are my favorite horror movies? I don't even know, man. I mean, The Fly from David Cronenberg is really good stuff. That's one of my favorite horror movies of all. That is my favorite horror movie of all time. What else? What else is up there? Shit, that's so tough, man. Like The Fly, Evil Dead 2013. I love that movie. I think it is just That is the blueprint for a perfect horror movie. Like, I don't know. I have no notes. Every time I watch it, I'm like, this is perfect. This is everything I want in a horror film. It's triumphant. It's bloody. It's disgusting. You have great lead characters. It's not too complex. There's only like 5 characters in the whole movie, really. But if you don't count the opening, of course. I don't know. It's everything I want in a horror film. It's simple. It's clean cut. It's got a lot going on at the same time. I think it's great. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of really good horror movies out there. Those two are probably my absolute favorites. Like if I had to be like, okay, you have 2 horror movies for the rest of your life, Desert Island, what are you going to do? Probably The Fly and Evil Dead 2013 would be my 2 movies. I love those movies. There's just nothing wrong with them. I can watch them 100 times and not be sick of them. The Thing, I mean, yeah, just a great choice as well. That's a top 10. You know, that's the Thing is a top 10 without a doubt. It's just a perfect movie. Like, it's a perfect movie. I wouldn't change anything about it. It's so scary. The practical effects still hold up to today. So fucking awesome. I don't know. I can't believe people didn't like this when it came out. I really can't believe it. Like, it is just so good. You know, with Videodrome too, which is a movie that, you know, is infamous for not being well received. And now today, most people consider it to be David Cronenberg's best. I get why people didn't like that movie. It's a weird movie to watch at first. And you're like, okay, I don't know if I like that one or not. But The Thing is like shocking that people didn't like this at first. Crazy to me. I think it's so good. Very, very good stuff. What's up? That sounded scary. How's it going? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome. Yo, yo, yo. Ty Lee is also here saying, I personally think movies should come out 9 months after theatrical release like how it used to be. 9 months though? Oh my God. I mean, I think they should take a little more time in terms of like writing and shooting things, but I don't know about that though. I kind of like that we're getting movies like right after they come out of the theaters. Like after I see something, if it's really good, I'm like, fuck, I want to own that. I want to be able to watch that whenever. That's how I was with Evil Dead. Evil Dead Rise, man. I was so mad because I got to see it early. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to watch that movie for like a month now. I'm so sad. Like, shit, Evil Dead Rise was so good. Oh, that was so much fun. But I'm glad that one came on 4K relatively quicker though. I do think they should spend a little more time working on movies nowadays. Like we've really gotten the whole efficiency thing down, which is great. You know, you got efficient shoots and all that. Yeah, can't argue with that. But sometimes it leads to just weird products, you know, where it's like, well, if they would have spent a little longer on this, you know, it would have been good. I'm not a fan of deadlines. I'm really not. I think deadlines and art do not mix well together. And when you say, hey, we need this done for an anniversary, or we need this done for this or that, it's always going to hurt a product. Like sometimes you need 5 years on a movie. Sometimes you need 6 months. You know, like every production is completely different. So for me, I just feel like just don't put deadlines on things. Like have things get finished when they do, and then you can put them into a set schedule of, okay, we're going to release this here because we got this releasing then, whatever. Then you can get technical with it. But deadlines on art is just dumb to me. I don't know. I just don't think they mesh well together personally. Legion, thank you for the $2, my friend. I really appreciate you. Saying Joker 2 is going to be my hot movie. Ooh. Hot movie I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for a lot of hot movies, let me tell you. I like me some hot movies, all right. No, I feel you though. This one's going to be good. I'm very excited for it. A lot of people criticize Joker for being like a mashup of just a lot of other movies. And you know, it kind of is, but I still really enjoy it. It's still a very original story in terms of like what it actually accomplishes. I don't know. I think it's just like some people are like, it's basically Taxi Driver. And I'm like, it's got a similar feel to Taxi Driver, especially in its lead character, but I think it's a little more than that. It also does so much for the DC universe, I think, in terms of like setting up, and they're not setting up anything with it, which is kind of weird, but they set up like Batman in a whole new light, which I think is really fun. Like they're telling it from the Joker's perspective. That's really cool. We've never seen that before. This movie answers a lot of really weird questions about like the Joker and like this weird interpretation of it that I just really like. I don't know. I really like Joker too. Is it a necessary movie? Not really, but it's still really fun. I don't know. I think it's really shocking and really upsetting, even if its influences are very, very clear. Maybe too clear for some people, but I really like that first one. I'm excited to see what they do with the sequel, man. It's going to be fun. Legion, thank you for the $2, my friend. Thank you. I really, I don't know. I really like the first. That was the last movie I saw in 2019 in the theaters too. And then I remember in like, I think it was like in 2020, I really only saw like 2 or 3 movies maybe in like early on in the year. There wasn't a whole lot coming out until like literally March of 2020, which a lot of you remember what happened then. Wasn't a whole lot of fun, but it was an interesting time, man. It was a weird, interesting time. Didn't see a whole lot of movies though, which made me sad. Hollywood Guy has been a member for 4 months. Thank you so much, Hollywood Guy. I appreciate your consistent support on this page. It means a whole lot, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Saying, Jake, are you a fan of the movie The Watcher? I am. If you're talking about the 2022 one, from what's her name? Chloe Okuno directed it, if that's what you're talking about. Micah Monroe stars. Yes, that is a badass movie. I really like it. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that one because I went on my simple rant earlier. That's been my thing lately, and I'm so sorry if you've heard me go on that a million times. But the more I watch horror, the more I watch a lot of new releases, I'm like, what I'm noticing about a lot of these movies I don't like is they're overcomplicated. Like there's too much going on. My favorite horror movies from the last 4 years when I've been doing this page and covering movies and stuff, a lot of them are really simple. And Watcher was simple. And I just appreciated it for what it did. Like it wasn't anything new. Like you've seen this movie before. If you watch Watcher, it's like, yeah, this is a familiar movie. This is okay. I've followed a similar story to this before, but it's executed so well. I'm not even mad. I'm like, this is great. I still love this though. So I don't know. I think Chloe Okuno killed it with this, and she shows range because what I knew her from at least was the Ratma segment of VHS 94, which is still like my favorite VHS segment ever. So I guess I was expecting more of that with Watcher, but we got like a much more grounded, like down to earth thriller, which I thought was like really like, wow, this chick's got some range, man. Fucking hell yeah, Chloe Okuno. Kill it out there. I am so down with whatever she does next. It was announced last year that she was going to do a Fear Street movie at some point. Don't know what's coming from that. No updates since we got that announcement. So I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that we learn more about her next project, because I really liked Watcher. I really like VHS 94. This is just the title. Some people don't like this word, but this is the title of her other short film. It's called Slut. I don't like saying that word. I know, I'm so PC. Some people are like, Jake, you're so PC. Jeez, you run a horror channel. Be a little crazier, and I'm like, there's just some words I don't like to say. I like to say. I almost said it again, literally by saying that. But point being, really good short film. Recommend it. Chloe Okuno kicks ass. Oh, she's awesome. 1234 is saying, hey Jake, not sure if I already asked this in the comments, but do you think Kincaid will be the opening kill? I think he's too important and needs more screen time and to battle Ghostface. I think we did talk about this a little before. I'm down for Kincaid dying in the opening scene if that's how you're going to bring Sydney back. I'm down for that, but I'm also here with you. I'm hearing you here too. I would love to see Kincaid actually get a good fight with Ghostface. In Scream 3, he kind of just gets the shit kicked out of him. So if we decide to do something here where Kincaid is like battling Ghostface, maybe like gets the upper hand, takes down a Ghostface killer, it could be like kind of triumphant, kind of like, yeah, okay, there we go. Kincaid might have been fucking up in the first half, but we got him in the second half. So I don't know. I'm whatever the way they decide to spin it, I'm down for it. Mark Kincaid would be a fun character to explore in a new movie. Maybe in the same light that we did with Kirby in Scream 6, kind of reinvent the character again, seeing where he is now. I'm down for it. I'm down to see what they do. I do think, though, I'm much more leaning towards Kincaid dying in the opening, though, if it means that's how we're going to bring Sydney back. We need a good reason to bring her back, and, well, her family is clearly going to be a focal point of Scream 7, and if they don't make the family the focal point, I'm going to be wondering why. I'm like, this is the story that needs to be told with Sydney right now. What's going on? What's going on, man? So that's my thoughts on it, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Logan C is saying, hey Jake, what's up Logan? How's it going? What do you consider the essential movies to watch around Halloween time? Oh, great question. Great question. I'm seeing a bunch of people make videos on this, and I feel like it's like, is it too late to make that video? It's only October 9th. I can still make a video on that at some point. Well, maybe I'll talk about that a little bit, but what are essential Halloween horror movies? I mean, like Halloween 1978, Trick or Treat, those are your obvious ones, of course. But what are other good ones? I think Terrifier and Terrifier 2 are up there personally. Those have such an October feel to them. I think there's a lot of horror movies that are like very scary and great to watch during this time of year. But I also feel like there are some horror movies that just simply have like an October fall feeling to them. And I think Terrifier grasps that really well. I think the original Nightmare on Elm Street kind of has that too. I'm trying to think like what else, man. There's a lot of really good ones out there. Shit. Really slipping my mind. I'm gonna be honest. Hellraiser is one I always really like to watch around this time, which, because I'm talking to Doug Bradley this week. Sorry, I keep rubbing it in your guys' faces, but I'm so excited. I gotta watch all of the Hellraiser movies. Maybe just the first 3. At some point too. I always like to watch those around this time of year. I think anything that's like just kind of like weird and gross too is great for this time of year. Chucky. Oh, Child's Play, man. Child's Play 1, 2, and 3. I would say the Child's Play original trilogy and Bride of Chucky I usually watch around this time of year too. I like that one too. That one's really fun. The slashers, honestly, that's kind of what this boils down to. I really like the slashers during this time of year. I think those are very quintessential Halloween horror. But there's a lot of good stuff, man. I mean, no horror movies are bad to watch during this time of year. That's the truth of it. The truth of it is, watch a horror movie this month. Make it happen. Or be crazy like me and watch a horror movie every single day. Up to you. Legion throwing $2 out there asking a great question. Have I played Mortal Kombat 1 or seen any fatalities? Yes, I enjoy it. I think I like the previous film more just because of the lineup of characters, but I do like MK1. It is really fun. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat. We've all played it. It's just you're beating the shit out of the other guy, which is great. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's really fun. The only thing about it is I just wish the lineup of characters was crazier. Like Mortal Kombat 3 is my favorite. I fucking love Mortal Kombat 3. Say what you want about the graphics and all that, but the gameplay is just perfect. Wouldn't change a thing. And I love the lineup too, because you have characters that are like robots. You have characters with 4 fucking arms. One of the guys is just made out of fucking smoke. It's like, what? This is crazy. I loved all the creepy like creatures and stuff that you can play as and that are in like MK3. A lot of the ones in MK1 are just like people, with obvious few exceptions, but most of them are just like, here are like just dudes. Like there's a character named like Rico or whatever, Ryko, I don't know. He's just a guy with a ponytail. Like I miss the days when Mortal Kombat was like, here's a bunch of fucking robots. Like you can shoot a rocket out of your chest at somebody. It's like, what? That's crazy. Sindel, like with the screech and stuff, she's like a demon lady or whatever. I don't know Mortal Kombat lore, so don't shit on me if I'm wrong about that. Point being, I miss those like early days of Mortal Kombat when they did like all this really bizarre weird shit too. Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat Deception are like my favorites. I just love how weird those ones got. And I feel like MK1 and even the previous game just have a lack of weirdness that I miss. But I really do love this game though. Same with the last one. Like, what was it? Mortal Kombat 12? Is that was the title of it? But I love these games so much, man. Like, there's some of my favorite just video games in general. Just so much fun. I've had way too much fun. I've had way too much fun playing those in my life, man. Oh my god, my whole childhood was just like playing Mortal Kombat with my buddies. So many good times. So many good times. Mr. Rick, thank you for the $2, my friend. I appreciate you. Going to watch Best Friend's Exorcism. Any thoughts? Oh, I have not seen this one. Best Friend's Exorcism. Is that like... That sounds like the name of a rom-com mixed with an Exorcist movie. I'm very intrigued, but I'm scared at the same time. Maybe that's a good thing, though. Very interesting. Hell yes. Cool. Okay, Mr. Rick, I dig it, man. Enjoy is what I'll say. If you watch it, please report back during the next live stream. Tell me what you got to think about it. I'm curious. What are the thoughts going through your heads when you watch this movie? Tell me all about it, Mr. Rick. Give me a full review the next time we go live. Thank you for the $2, my friend. I appreciate you. Ooh, Sarah's got a good suggestion. Make a short with your top 5 Halloween week movies. I like that a lot. I want to start doing things that are more than updates on with my shorts. I have an idea for something tomorrow, which you guys will see, but I'm actually going to write that down. I really like that. Top 5 Halloween horror movies. I like that. Yeah, I keep doing like updates for shorts, and people seem to dig that, which is great. But I want to start doing like top 3 or top 5 lists or something. I see a lot of channels do that too, and I think that's really cool. I follow this one guy who's also from Cleveland, Stephen Johnson. Big shout out to him. If you want good food review pages, that isn't my food review page. See how I worked that in there? Check out Stephen Johnson though. He's amazing. Love him. He's from Cleveland, and I actually met him one time, which was really crazy. His dad's my dad's band like opened up for like a band that he used to play in, so I like incidentally met him before he was like the food reviewer guy that he is today. But I just thought that was so cool. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing stuff like that for this page too, but like horror movie related. But yeah, like I said, follow my food review page too, because that would be pretty cool. We're trying to get it monetized right now. It's just called Jake Tyler. That's my name. Go to my little channels tab. Go subscribe. Be fun. I don't know. Sorry for the shameless plugs, but you got to do what you got to do. That sounded scary as saying, Jake, what do you want from Scream 7? I want Scream 7 to just focus like half of it on Sidney Prescott, half of it on the core four. Don't bring any more legacy characters back. Have the core four, have Sidney Prescott, have Mark Kincaid, have them be the focal point. That's 6 characters that are safe. Give me like 6 more characters that are 6, 7, maybe 8 characters who are new, who could potentially be our Ghostface killer. And there you go. You know, something, although I wasn't crazy about Totally Killer, what a big positive in its favor is it has a lot of red herrings. The mystery kind of got me. I think there's one big element to the movie that kind of gives away who our killer is this time, depending on, I won't say any more than that actually. I'm like, shit, if I say any more, I'm going to spoil it. But what I want from Scream 7 is give me a reason for every character to potentially go Ghostface, and maybe one of the legacy characters if you can work that in. I think that's what's so good about previous Scream films that Scream 6 misses out on. So I'm kind of hoping to see that in Scream 7. I want all the characters to be written in a way where it's like any of these people could be Ghostface, but some are more obvious than others. Or I could see one of these people killing people versus the other more, and then make it someone who's a little more unexpected. That's what I'm hoping for Scream 7. I hope that they get back to the roots of making a good murder mystery. But I do appreciate some of the weirder experimental stuff that the franchise was able to do in some of the more recent entries. So I don't know. I think Scream 7 should just go back to basics, give us a good old-fashioned murder mystery, while also bringing Sidney Prescott back, maybe even Mark Kincaid, and the core four. Give us that story. Let's see it. Let's see it happen. My best friend's Pope's Exorcism Believer. I'm scared of this movie, Mike42. I'm terrified. This is going to be something else. Listen, if you can give me a Pope's Exorcist 2 where Russell Crowe is once again on that fucking moped going through an entire... You know what here's how you top the Pope's Exorcist, okay? This is what you do. Instead of having him go from like Rome to Spain or whatever on a moped, which is ridiculous, have him go from like Rome to like the middle of Russia or something on a moped and just never explain it. I would be there all weekend. I would be in that theater all weekend watching that movie if there was an extended sequence of Russell Crowe on that moped. That's still the funniest shit to me. I love that movie. Oh my God, Pope's Exorcist. What a movie. What a film of all time. God damn. Mr. Rick is saying I will give you a 5-page report on it tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Rick. You get it. You got the homework, my dude. I appreciate you though. Brandon Taylor is with us. What's up, Brandon? How's it going? You're the fucking man. You're the fucking man, Brandon. Thank you for being here. Any info on the Strangers trilogy apparently coming out? Yes, we did just get some information on it recently. What was I don't even remember what it was. The Strangers trilogy is going to be called Strangers Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, and apparently the first movie is going to be very akin to the original film. So it's going to be very much so like that first movie where it's a home invasion thriller, maybe just a couple of characters getting attacked by the strangers. A reinvention of the franchise, if you will. But what I'm not crazy about with Chapters 2 and 3 is director Rennie Harlan says that these are going to focus a little more on the what and the where for the strangers. Where did they come from? What are they? And I feel like Rennie is already missing the point of the strangers, and why it's so good is because they kind of just dodged that question in previous movies, and that's what's so scary and great about it. Why are you doing this? Because you were home. What? That's so scary. Why the fuck would you do that? And we still don't know. And that's what's great. If they give us a why, to this, why are the strangers doing this? I'm going to be disappointed. Not everything has to be explained, my friend. That's what I will say. So I'm still excited for it, though. Very hyped to see what they end up doing with it. I hope they don't give us too many answers, but maybe just another stroke of the brush on the gigantic canvas that is the Strangers franchise right now. Because that's all I want. That's all I want to see. But we'll see, Brandon. Thank you for being here, my dude. I really appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. I saw someone earlier say that this was their... Here it is. Devon S. What's up, my dude? Thanks for being here for a live stream, my friend. I meant to click on this earlier and it got away from me. So thank you for being here. If you're still hanging out with us, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and look at this. You are still here. Hello, Devon. I've tracked you down, my friend. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for being here. Saying we need something used yet fresh, like a modern Rear Window adaptation. Hitchcock is king. No arguments there. I love that idea. Rear Window is phenomenal. And if you have not seen Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf, I recommend it. Very much so a new adaptation of that same story, but done in a, well, is that modern? Is that too far away to say it's modern anymore? 2007, I think that came out. Pretty solid stuff, though. I really like that movie if you've never seen it. But I get what you're saying, though. Like what about some modern reimaginings of like some of these old classics, you know, but done in a way where it's not just copying it, the old stuff and modernizing it, to having a new take on it. Like there are a lot of movies that would never have happened unless they were from the time period that they were. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of movies where it's like if a cell phone was involved, the cops would have showed up and none of this would have happened. How can you modernize this same story, having cell phones involved, but still have a gripping horror story? You know, like can we reimagine some of these in a new way with a similar concept? I say that's possible. I don't know how. You know, I'm not the one doing it. A lot of creatives in Hollywood that are, though. Let's see what they come up with. RW is throwing out $2.79 from Canada. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Saying I sent you the Ghostface record clip to your ex. Oh, shit. Where's my phone? I don't even know where it's at, man. I'm so excited. Oh, let's see this. Let's see this crazy shit. I'm going to share this with all of you, too, because this is really exciting. If you're just joining us, by the way, RW told us about a crazy record-breaking shit that happened, some kind of crazy thing, where a bunch of ghost faces all got into a room and broke a record. Oh, RW, I did not get the message, my friend. I don't know. Oh, shit. What, okay, you tweeted it at me. There we go. Most ghost faces. Holy shit, that's a lot of ghost faces. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm retweeting this on my X, Twitter, whatever the fuck it's called. You can follow me at KilljoyJake1. I just retweeted this. It's a big old pic. Look at all these ghost faces. Look at all these fellas. Look at them all in there. Look at that. It's crazy. It's like 1,000 ghost faces. Here we go. Here, let's see. Look at that. That's nuts. Oh my God, that's so cool. I wish I could have been there. Pumpkin zombies. I wish I could have been there. That is sick, man. Thank you for sending that my way, though. I really appreciate that. That's fucking awesome. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh my God. Sarah's saying I can't hear Shia's name anymore without screaming actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. That song has ruined me. I love that song, though. That is so funny. Jake says his last name wrong. Yes, I do that on purpose, my friend. Shia LaBeouf. I think it's funnier. Like, listen, if my last name was LaBeouf, I would call myself LaBeouf. I'd be like, yeah, I'm the LaBeoufster. Hello, what is up? Infinite Sky is with us saying, are you looking forward to the upcoming Nosferatu remake with Nicholas Hoult? Yes, because it's coming from fucking Robert Eggers, dog. I forgot his name for a second. I'm like, I know Egg is in there somewhere. Scrambled Eggers is going to do a great job with this movie, let me tell you. No, seriously, though, hyped for this. Very hyped. Say what you want about Robert Eggers. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, his movies are slow. I don't know what the hell's going on, you know, half the time. He makes old movies today. He makes old school movies in 2023. And I kind of love that about him. He's keeping an old style alive in a very strange yet still modern way. And I appreciate it. So I'm excited to see what he does with Nosferatu, which is like the old horror movie, you know, like the most iconic, like one of the most iconic old horror movies ever. I'm excited to see what he does with it. I think it's going to be fun. You know, there's a lot of horror directors who are like, you know, very much so breaking onto the scene right now that I can see making some kind of remake in the future. And I'm curious like what that will be, you know? Like I look at Ari Aster and I'm like, he's probably going to remake like something weird at some point. Brandon Cronenberg, I'm like, he should do Society. Brandon Cronenberg directing a Society remake would be so good. And you know, it's not like super out of character. Like David Cronenberg did The Fly. He reimagined that and in my opinion made it way better. Like, why not? Why not pick out some weird 80s horror movie that is good, but maybe could be improved? Like Society, like a really solid, weird horror movie that I love. But man, I would love to see what else they do with it. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be so good. I think Brandon Cronenberg would put so much more thought into that too. Not that it's bad. I love Society. Society's great, but I would love to see his spin on it. Shia's wife is scary. Forgot her name, but she is Pearl Mia Goth. Yes. Mia Goth is great. I love Mia Goth so much. I think that like she's slowly becoming just an iconic horror actress. And, you know, I wouldn't say that if it was just like one good movie that she was in, but she's in a bunch of stuff, dude. Like even before X and Pearl, she's in like A Cure for Wellness, Suspiria, like just a bunch of really good shit where she gives great performances. I know there's more than just that, but that's the stuff that I've seen. So I'm like, I know those two, but what else has she been in? But those two movies, she's great. X and Pearl, of course, and Infinity Pool from this year. Like, fuck. Like, goddamn. I think she's solidified herself as one of the better horror actresses of all time. Truly. She's amazing. I don't know. I'm very excited to see what else comes from her career. You know, what other weird horror movies she has up her belt. Or like, what's the Del Toro one? Oh, she's going to be in the Frankenstein reimagining. That's what it was. I'm like, I know there was something else besides Maxine. Yeah, I forgot about that. This is really funny. There's a story here in the chat right now. Rotting says, what's your opinion on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Maddie R. Gamer said the same thing. And then Rotting said, stop, Maddie Gamer. I'm asking the question. I'm sorry. That's just really funny to me. I just saw that. I just caught that. But Rotting and Maddie R. Gamer, to answer your collective question. What's my opinion on it? I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. You know, a lot of people are expecting this to be like the best horror movie of the year. I don't know. A lot of production issues on this one. They've been trying to make this movie since 2015. So if it's good, I'll be surprised. I want it to be good. And I think there's potential for it to be good. It's got a great cast. I'm just worried about some of the creatives involved behind the scenes. There was so much weird stuff with Scott Cawthon throughout the history of trying to make this movie. Like, it got workshopped through like a bunch of different studios, and he just disagreed with the way that they were trying to do stuff. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. So I hope it's good, but I am a little scared. There's a lot of weird rumors about this, but I don't know, man. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm cautiously optimistic though. I think it could be fun. I think it could be good. For the rest of the year, though, Thanksgiving is probably the thing I'm the most excited for. Dark Harvest, I'm hearing really good things about, though, which comes out later this week. I think that's going to be really good. And I haven't seen, like, there's a new movie called, like, When Evil Lurks, I want to say. It's something like that, like When, or Evil, I don't know, man. I can't remember the name of this. Yeah, When Evil Lurks, I was right. Holy shit. I've heard some pretty good things about this. And I literally just heard about it. It came out last week. It's got like a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes too, which is nuts. Ooh, 57% from audiences though. Interesting. I'm still going to check it out though. I'm very, very excited to see what they end up doing with that. So you never know. You never know, man. A lot of weird, you know, it's weird, man. A lot of franchise continuations have been killer this year. Some of them, not all of them, but half of them. But like, I don't have a whole lot of original horror in my top 10 this year, which is very different from last year. Last year, original horror like dominated. This year, I'm much more interested in a lot of the franchise continuations, I guess. As crazy as that is. As crazy as that sounds. Hollywood Guy's throwing $5 out there. Thank you, Hollywood Guy. Saying, Jake, do you want to play a game? Which Saw movie needs a reboot, and choose wisely or you will lose your hand? Oh God, Hollywood Guy. Jesus, I have 30 seconds to decide. Which one would I reboot because of, like, let's say the twist or like what's going on in the film? I would say Saw 3, because I think Saw 3 is excellent, but I don't know if it's perfect. I think it's really well done. The original trilogy is so good. I mean, you can watch any of those movies any day of the week, but love them. I think Saw 3 could have ended a little differently. I almost think that like I almost think that Jigsaw got too full of himself at the ending there, and like we could have extended that a little bit. Jigsaw didn't have to die there. You know, rewatching those movies, like I don't know why, but in my head I was always kind of thinking to myself, like, okay, I'm you know, John died because of his, you know, the thing he was suffering from, not because of, well, yeah, Jeff just slicing his throat. I don't know why I forgot that, but like rewatching 3 again, I'm like, oh, wow, that's fucking crazy, man. The other thing too is it ends with, you know, his daughter is in a room somewhere and he's like, oh, the air is running out of the room and stuff. And it's totally, it's insane. I love it. But like in another movie, I believe it's, is it 4 or 5? I can't remember. Is it the next movie? No, I think it's 5. Hoffman rescues the little girl and she's fine. So like, I know that was probably like Hoffman's part of his plan, you know, but like, to me, it's like, wow, that's a really brutal fucking ending. I almost wish it ended there. You know, that was it. That was the end of the story. But I don't know. Would I reboot it for that whole reason though? I don't think so. But I think that, I think that you could have done more with John Kramer as a character past 3. If that wasn't the end, you know, but I think the goal was to originally just make a trilogy, but then they're like, we're making so much money, we got to keep going. And listen, even though, yes, I think that is probably what happened, they told a really good story. Like, I really like 4, 5, 6, 7, little rough with 7, but I still really like all those movies, man. But if I could redo something, I would probably redo Saw 3, just keep John alive, you know, for more movies. And then have him, you know, of course, die at some point, but what Saw 4, 5, and 6 proved to me is that there was more story to tell, and they did it pretty goddamn well. It would have been cool for John to be there the whole time, you know? So, I don't know. Just my thought. Just my thoughts on it. But Hollywood Guy, thank you for the $5, my friend. I do really appreciate you. I love Saw. Man, that is slowly becoming one of my favorite horror franchises. I fucking love Saw. Oh, it's good. Devon S is saying, Scream 7, I think needs a back-to-back surprise double kill, 2-for-1 deal and keep the change. Ooh, shit. Okay. Double kill, 2-for-1 deal. Okay. I feel ya. So like some kind of surprise, you know, maybe like a Judy and Wes kill in like Scream 5 kind of thing is what you're going for. Like 2 people just dying back to back and it's like, whoa, shit, no way. Was not expecting that to happen. I could see something like that happening. I really like that setup in Scream 5, man. That is brutal, dude. Judy and Wes just going at the same time and they have this like wonderful, wholesome relationship together too. And it's like, oh my God, this is fucking upsetting. Jeez, this is dark. I could see it happen in Devon. That'd be fun. I'm curious to see what kind of new characters we follow in this new movie too. I'm very excited for that. It's one of the things I'm very much so excited for with Scream 7. What new characters are we going to follow? You know, we got Annika, which really her only character trait was Mindy's girlfriend. Quinn, also not a very super deep character, just likes the fuck. And she's a ghost face killer. Ethan's just a nerd who's a virgin. You know, I wish some of the Scream 6 characters weren't so one-dimensional. I'm hoping that some of the side characters in the new movie have a little more depth to them. I want to care about some of these people when they either die or end up being the killer, you know? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Perry's throwing $5 out there. Thank you, Perry. Thank you, my dude. Saying, hate to be a negative Nancy, but the new Exorcist is a steamy pile of, well, I think I know where you're going with that. Yes, I'm with you, man. I just was not crazy about it. It did nothing for me. I remember the second time I saw it this past Saturday. People were crying in the theater when Linda Blair came out, and I'm just like, this scene is not doing anything for me, man. I just spoiled that. I'm so sorry. Holy shit, I wasn't even thinking about that. Minus that, I'm just not crazy about it. I just think there's a lot of forced stuff in that movie that is not great, and I'm just not a fan of it. But Perry, thank you for the $5, man. I'm really sorry you didn't like it. I think I'm gonna get off because I think I'm tired. I'm just saying shit at this point. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I probably shouldn't have spoiled that. One more thing I will say, though, is that Sounded Scary has a theory. We got to end it with a theory for Scream. You know, we got to do that. Long-lost sibling of Chad and Mindy, but the thing is, they're a Meeks and not a Meeks Martin. Randy did sleep with Karen Kolchak, just saying. Ooh. I mean, that's a good point. You could write that in if you wanted. What would this character be a killer though? Is this just the relative thing again? I don't know. Maybe we dive a little deeper into this. Maybe we can dive deeper into this and find some kind of new Randy-esque character to be the killer. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. I think a big thing too is I want to get away from relative killers. I don't know. I think that's a big thing with after Scream 6 too. I'm like, really? It was the dad? I don't know about that. I don't know. You got a point about Karen Kolchak though. That'd be a fun thing where we set that up in Scream 3, have a payoff here in Scream 7, which is like the new Scream 3 for this trilogy. Could be cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm peacing out, but thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really do appreciate all the support, all the fun talk that we got to do. It's always a good time. And I'll be live again most likely tomorrow. And like I said earlier, Thursday, Doug Bradley, Jose Prendez coming on the page. So come hang out with us. It's going to be a very fun time. I am so excited for this interview. It's going to be crazy. Come say hey. Be a fun time. Live on Tuesday, live on Thursday, and I don't know what we're doing next week yet, so there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out, but we will talk soon. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to you soon.